I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Good. I agree with the change up. This is our true in a month of Christmas movies.
This is our true
this is
actual
our
like
this is our Christmas episode.
Because it's what, 2 days?
Yeah.
This
Episode is our closest episode to Christmas, so it had to be the one that's the most Christmas. Now that being said, again, you know me, I'm still trying to adjust to this, not having to say anything special about what movie it is. People already know this is Nightmare Before Christmas. People are gonna be mad at us. You know that, right? Like,
why?
This is one of those movies that splits people. Is this a Halloween movie? Is this a Christmas movie?
It's both. Just watch it twice a year, like I do. Watch it on Halloween. Watch it on Christmas.
I'm gonna upset everybody right now. It's a Thanksgiving movie. Because it's literally perfectly in between.
Yeah, this is a good transition movie.
This is the exact movie you watch. Don't get me wrong, I don't do this, but I'm saying it is.
It makes sense, yeah.
It's the movie you watch right after you finish eating Thanksgiving. It should be.
I will accept this.
I do believe I'm already on record in another episode as telling you that in my house it's
just
Home Alone.
Home
Alone.
Alone,
the one that we come watch first after that.
Fox and the Hound. That's what we used to do. Even though it has like nothing to do with either thing.
No, it doesn't.
What happened?
But yeah, if you were to ask me, the controversial take here is that this movie is a Thanksgiving movie. It's the movie you watch to split the two holidays.
It's weird. I'm not going to judge, and I will accept this because it's not like you're like, what? No, this is clearly like a 4th of July movie, right?
Yeah. Well,
there's a tree.
Now that you say it, there is a tree
there's a 4th of July
patriotic.
Tree.
It is definitely red, white, and blue. You see it for half a second. It's
like right next to the Valentine's Day one.
And so, I mean,
technically,
but if we're gonna go there,
that's the lost sequel, right? Jack goes to 4th of July land.
Before we get to the beer, since we're already talking about this part of the subject, to me. For real though, not off of the joking about it.
Yeah,
it's a Christmas movie, right? Like, so here's the deal.
That's the main.
It's in Halloween Town. It's where we start off. That's where Jack is from. I agree, right? But if the whole premise of the movie is that a character from Halloween Town wishes he can change things to Christmas,
it leans more Christmas movie,
right?
Yeah,
it certainly at least makes this more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. Right? Oh, no.
Look, I don't want to agree.
No. Look, I am still a person.
I have to, but I don't want to.
I am still a person who agrees. I love
Die Hard.
I love Die Hard. That's neither here nor there.
Next Christmas.
I don't have any
action Christmas movies.
Well, I have no problem with anybody who loves Die Hard but still hates to call it a Christmas movie. We're all still in the same camp here. I love Die Hard. I'm just saying I do fall into the camp of people that like to jokingly be like it's a Christmas movie. But in all fairness, it's not. It's a movie that is on Christmas. There are plenty of movies that are
It was released in summer.
Yeah, there are plenty of movies that are on certain holidays that have nothing. Just because it's on the day doesn't mean anything. And that's
one of the fucking Jason movies on Christmas or something.
Maybe.
I think so.
I'd have to really think of. You're asking me to. We're in kid mode right now.
Yeah.
From kid movies, I can't. I have to unlock a different part of my
comment section.
Will
get it. Don't worry.
But yeah, like to me though, this movie is certainly at least Christmas.
Yeah,
right?
it's much more Christmas. I will
Christmas.
agree.
It is about Christmas. One of the days in the movie is not just Christmas, but us being part of making Christmas happen.
Christmas.
We have a song that's about it. Yeah. So
Save
again,
it.
To me. If you are a person who says Die Hard is a Christmas movie, you certainly shouldn't be a person who tries to say this is not a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
This movie checks more Christmas movie boxes than Die Hard. That's all I'm getting at. As those are the two movies that probably split the most fandoms on what they are.
Yeah.
We have to say.
But there's a Christmas tree in Die Hard.
Yeah, but nobody talks. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not a... It doesn't matter.
I
It
know.
could be any other day. So I'm just saying, I think we can go on record to say that if you are in the camp of people who think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, and you think
you have to accept this one as a
and if
Christmas
you
movie.
don't, you're wrong.
You're right. Yeah, you're wrong.
Like very rarely,
Shut up.
very rarely do me and Bo go on the like 100%.
No,
you
you're
are wrong or right, but this is a
I
time.
agree. No, you're wrong.
You're wrong. If you believe the first one, you have to believe this is a Christmas movie.
I agree.
100%. Now that we've fleshed this out, I think we can actually talk about the beer. Sorry, we got onto that right away, way faster than I expected
to. I mean, we could have picked,
but
we could have picked on the fandom itself.
Well, it's just,
you know,
it is
like
one of those hotly debated things, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because I love this movie, but man, some Nightmare Before Christmas fans can be like way too
much,
into it.
We don't want to insult anybody that might be listening right now.
My sister loves this movie, and she's not even like at that annoying.
Well, you understand,
level.
you understand how hashtags and search engine.
Oh yeah, that's right. But so
I'm gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas.
As long as they only hate one of us, it's fine. They totally hate me.
I'm defending it right now.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to say
you're the nice one. I'm an asshole.
But yeah, so Bo, go ahead and hit him with where our drink is.
Our drink.
We've put this off long enough.
Yeah, we have. We've got MadTree's Holidays IPA with spruce tip.
So obviously, we get our spruce Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Can't taste it.
Can't taste it. Tastes like an IPA. It's pretty good.
In case you guys need clarification on
our
how
6 degrees.
How we got to this beer being okay for Nightmare Before Christmas, I thought it was obvious because I saw this. I will immediately say, we did have to make a course correction. Me and Bo had different beer picked out entirely for this movie.
Yeah, we did,
and it was going to be I won't say better. I don't want to say that because this is still pretty good.
It was 4 degrees instead of 6.
Yeah, but they both work, and so we had to shift at the last minute, and we really just had to kind of find one, and we found this, and to me it worked perfectly because we have Jack in this movie constantly not knowing what words for these things are. He's hearing them and he's trying to make them work, right? So we got Sandy Claus. And so this is holidays,
instead
like
of holidays.
It's holidays.
Holidays.
And so he even sees the holly in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So holidays.
That's how you would think Jack would have fucking said it.
He would have said it because he would have seen the holly.
Yeah.
And then he'd have been
holidays.
Like, he would have heard them say it, and then he'd have been like, oh, the holidays. Those are the days for holly.
They're ruled by a great big lobster man named Sandy Claus.
I love it. And he first sees him, and he says, you don't even have claws.
Yeah, when he meets him, he's like, well, you've got hands. You don't have claws at all.
All right, guys. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of fun today. I hate to be the one to jinx us because I say this every time. I don't think this should be that bad. It shouldn't be that long.
Quick. Somebody find wood. Somebody knock on
I know. Somebody do it for us because we are in a room.
We don't really have any in here. We have a plastic table.
Because I said this last week. I don't know how the edit will have come out yet.
That might be my fault. I was excited about Goldberg.
I don't know. Well, and the edit might not be that bad. We know that it went a little long, but we also sometimes forget about the things that we know don't stay.
Yeah.
So it might not be that bad.
Might have cut some stuff.
But as of right now, pre-edit of that episode, I feel like we went longer than we should have for a movie that has the exact same runtime.
Exact same. It's
as this
to
movie.
The minute almost.
It's so I feel bad. That being said, compared to the last one, we have less excitement from we finally had our Schlockfest that we were expecting.
Yeah.
B, I looked it up to make sure. So this movie is it's technically 119 minus credits. So again, bless you Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They have the sing-along version, which is like minus most of the credits.
Nice.
It is an hour 17, which is what lines up exactly with Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah.
But so of the hour and 17, so I want to make sure everybody understands that means 77 minutes. Of the 77 minutes, 61 minutes are what are included on the original soundtrack CD, which only includes 5 less than 45-second scenes. The rest of it is all actual music
songs.
So we're looking at
Patrick Stewart doing the intro on the soundtrack.
I know that. Only on the soundtrack.
Only on the soundtrack, not in the movie.
But yeah, so that is my point here is that the movie should be easy to go over because literally 60% or better
is
is
songs.
song.
And unless we're gonna sing the entire fucking
unless
song,
we're singing the entire song, or there was actually a lot of stuff that we need to say.
yeah, we're gonna break down the song and what it meant.
Well, or even visually what was going on.
Yeah,
because
that's
I mean,
true.
a couple of them have some visual things we need to talk
Oh,
about,
yeah.
or what they're trying to tell us or convey to us. Some of them are just songs, and they don't really need to have a lot said about them, other than maybe like point out our favorite ditty part of the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that should definitely help us on the whole side of
Time
like
thing.
it not being that bad for episode time. Again, I will say I'm also the one that says that almost every time when we go long. I do need to stop. I understand I need to stop. I do. I get it.
We talk too much.
That's maybe it. I don't know. But we have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that part? Like, people want to listen because
the whole part.
People can hear the joy, and they want to.
And how much we goddamn like movies,
and they want to. That's what they want to be here for, right? So I mean, like, I understand
because we're not getting paid to do this very much.
No, this is out of sheer fun.
Yeah, just we like movies and we like beer. Everybody
we are.
else should too. We're gonna force you all to listen to us.
All right,
you know you love it.
Before we start talking about anything else, I will.
Who possibly could have made this movie? Shane?
No, I don't even want to do that.
Oh, you don't want to do that yet?
Before I got to talk about the Patrick Stewart because you already.
Brought it up
because it reminded me of something I wanted to talk to everybody about. So yeah, this is one of those movies like I owned the soundtrack like as a 9-year-old. This is the first CD I ever owned.
I think we had it on cassette.
Like my dad had just bought a CD player for the family, like a 5-disc, like big stand up tower CDs. Just bought a CD player, all CDs for him, one CD for me and my sister. Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. It was literally the Christmas of '93.
It was the Christmas of '93. Sorry, that's not even.
That's
word.
not even.
I
don't even know if it really fits the flow.
Cut that.
No.
Don't
Too
ever.
late. Nope.
No, don't let anybody. No.
At best, I can make you a promise is that non-Patreon people won't hear that.
It's not
the best. That's the best I can do for you, man.
It's not the worst thing happening on the internet today, I guess.
If they're paying for it, it's not that bad. Come on now.
It's not the worst thing that happened on the internet today.
But yeah, so like I had that CD. I heard the Patrick Stewart growing up from the CD. Especially, I will point this out because that is a time period when it was far cheaper to own the CD than it was for my dad to go out and buy the movie for us to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Because like 93 is like a CD was still roughly what like a CD was right before they stopped being popular. So like $15 in 93. Movies were still like $30, $40 plus, right? So like we owned the CD way before we owned or had a way to watch the movie regularly at home. So in my head canon, yes. So in my head canon, 100% growing up, it was just that Patrick Stewart was the narrator.
Yep.
I never
didn't question it at all.
Well, because I seen it once as a kid. Yeah, I seen it once as a kid, and it was probably 3 years.
I was probably at theaters.
Well, yeah, no, I was theaters the first time because I was 9.
Yeah.
So I saw it in theaters. That would have been in like October. By December, we owned the CD. So literally for the next 2 years, I only heard,
Patrick
and I heard
Stewart.
it a lot. It was the only CD that me and my sister had that was ours.
And these songs are awesome.
And so like 100%. I remember it being Patrick Stewart. Like watching the movie today almost hurts.
It's like that's
because I'm like, that's not who's supposed to say it.
Who the fuck is that?
The only problem with this though that I hate is that our narrator in the movie does make more sense because it is the same person who voiced Santa.
Yeah.
And it
does make more
fits
sense
for Santa to be the narrator for this crazy story.
It's like, let me tell you about the time I got fucking kidnapped,
right?
By this crazy skeleton man.
So The only downfall is that they didn't also have Patrick Stewart
voice the
voice
Santa.
the Santa.
Yeah, that would have made this so much better. That's
Oh,
like
dude, if
that's
we
like the
could've-
only note, though, right? That's the
If we
only
could have
thing that could have
had
made it
a
better.
Patrick Stewart Santa Claus, even in only voice form, I would have shit. I love Patrick Stewart.
Yes, huge Star Trek fans.
Well, yes, huge Star Trek fan. The man can do no
X-Men,
wrong.
you know,
Moby
all
Dick.
of it.
Did you ever
Oh,
watch his
that's
version
like
of
the
Moby Dick?
only good film version of Moby Dick is the one with
And it's
Patrick
because of
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Yes,
So again, look, I love Patrick Stewart, and I'm telling you right now, if we could have had a voice,
makes the big
if we
speech
could
on
have
the
had him
boat and
voicing
the
Santa
lightning
Claus,
strikes the harpoon.
to me that would have been the definitive voice of Santa Claus for the rest
Forever,
of my life.
Right?
Yeah.
That Santa is Patrick Stewart.
So maybe I'm happy that we didn't get the world where the real movie had it, because then I would
Yeah.
have just been upset because I'd have been like, man, we should have
Yeah.
gotten a Santa him. I still say that, but
I
not
still-
as
we're-
much as
we-
if it would have been in the movie.
I mean, we still have the TARDIS.
I'm
However,
not taking it back yet. Maybe we.
I
need
mean,
to
it
take
wouldn't
for one more
affect it wouldn't
spin.
affect this timeline, but like we would create a thread where it did happen,
That's true.
so we could kind of have the best
Somebody
of both
somewhere gets
worlds,
to enjoy
right?
it.
Somebody
Somebody is
somewhere
enjoying
gets to
it.
have it, and we can pop in, right? The
Uh,
doctor really
all
needs to
right.
come take that from us.
Yeah. On that note, though, I'm ready to really start talking about everything. You just had brought that up. It
Yeah.
was something I wanted to talk about anyway.
That's good. We got like a good 10 minutes out of it too. That was good.
But yeah, so like you had already started to mention though, whose movie
Yeah,
is this?
who could have possibly made this
It's
movie?
Tim Burton.
Who's that?
It's in the title, and Bo has gone on record. He hates when directors, and this isn't
Just
even a
stamp
director.
their
This is-
name on a movie.
He wasn't even the director of this one.
Yep.
He stamped his name on a. This is what Bo hates the most. He hates it when your name is part of the title to start with.
Yeah, it's Tim. Like
I think Ang Lee is the only one you forgave, and it's technically because like half of the time they didn't list it that way. It all depended on where you looked,
Yeah, where you
if that
looked
was
for
the
it.
title or not, right? Like sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't.
yeah, like Tim Burton and
But this is
Tarantino
100%.
and Kubrick. They are all really fucking bad
well, and
for
it's
it.
usually not their directed movies.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like
just
at least
something
Ang
that-
Lee was the director of that one.
Yeah, but they're usually these are just like, oh, I'm the executive producer, which means like I came to set one time.
And so he came to set 5 times.
5
I
times.
saw this.
And he did come up with the concept
Now,
art.
okay, that's-
and
I
the
wanna say-
poem and
well, I want to say
stuff.
as a kid,
yeah,
all I ever heard Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. This was
this was before you even knew it was like a Disney movie, even because they didn't claim it at first, right?
It wasn't.
It Touchstone.
Yeah. But so like
remember that the doodly 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 bing.
Touchstone was just their way to put out movies they didn't trust.
Yeah, anything
to be a
PG-13 and
Disney.
above.
Yeah. And so obviously they had questions about
Yeah.
this one. But so like again,
It's a bit scary.
as a
right?
kid hearing Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas 100%, you just assume
he
you
directed
grow
it.
into again at the time you don't know what the fuck that means. You're like,
Yeah.
why do we hear a dude's name before this movie? And you're like
Has to
9.
be his
For me, I was
movie.
9, so you were like 6
Yeah.
or something when this
something
movie
like
came out.
that.
So 100% you were just like, why am I hearing this dude's name? What's that mean?
All I thought was like, oh, it's the guy who did Batman.
Right, like you know the connection, but at the same time you're like, what does that really mean though?
Yeah.
What did he do to do those movies? Right, like
But
what's that mean?
I honestly just kind of thought he just like owned the movies and
Right,
let
like,
us
well,
watch.
again,
When
like,
I was a
what's-
little kid, I thought that's how it worked. The director just like he was the one who owned it,
That's
and he let
fine.
us have it.
That's fine. At least you had a concept. I don't even know if I can think of
like
what
all
concept
directors
I
just had like just stacks and stacks of their movie in their house, and they just sent them out to the world.
But so as a kid, 100% when somebody when you see their name in it, and then you grow into knowing what a director is, you just assume that's what it was.
Yeah.
So I'm like you. I was a kid, thought this Tim Burton, nobody else. Got to be about 20, you know, that edgy 20-year-old
Yeah.
fucking lifestyle, and someone mentions like this isn't a Tim
He
Burton
didn't
movie.
actually direct it. If you pay attention to the credits, it's
Henry Selick.
Henry
Selick. And then so like I remember
Then
being
you're like,
well, I remember
well, that asshole.
well, here's the thing too, like the problem is that when we were about the age that we were finding that out, right? The internet was still in its infancy.
Yeah.
So it wasn't simple for us to just go find
Find
out
out.
more about that
And then
information.
you'd hear about like the other big directors like Spielberg and Tarantino, and them
And you see
they're
them
just
doing
stamping
it.
their name on
And
stuff.
so you're like, oh, that's definitely what happened.
yeah,
here.
that's totally what happened.
Okay,
here.
and so I definitely went through a lot of years where I was 100% like Tim Burton's an asshole for doing that.
Yeah,
right?
stealing credit from poor Henry over here.
Man, I had to do so much research on it for this,
Kind of changes your mind, doesn't it?
and I had already knew it wasn't as bad.
Yeah,
as
it wasn't
what
as bad
I
as I
thought
thought
the
when I was
first
in
time.
high school
Yeah.
and shit. You know, when I was trying to impress the goth girls.
But I didn't realize just how wrong that opinion was. I
Yeah.
don't know even for sure where I fall on this spectrum anymore.
I don't
because
know
here's the
either
thing,
because
Tim
it's
Burton
not like
doesn't even.
it's not like he did direct
Neither
it.
of them, like both of them, they both are on record to be like, well, you know, they did. Tim Burton gets mad if you don't
Give him
Henry
credit.
Henry has gone on record as saying, "I'm the director, but there's no way you can take out the fact that there is an essence of Tim Burton in this movie.
He created
There's
all of this.
there's a thread through it that you can't remove.
Yeah,
and
he
keep
did
it what it is.
the artwork for most
Well, yeah,
of it.
he had come
and
up with
it's-
a lot of the ideas before this because he came up with the movie before he left Disney. Like, because he used to be an illustrator there. He worked on like some of the concept designs while there.
Yeah.
They didn't want it because it was before he wasn't big yet.
Yeah,
They
he
were
wasn't
just
big
like,
yet.
"Dude,
He
this
didn't
is
do like
nuts."
Pee Wee and everything.
They were like, "This is nuts. This isn't us." Do you understand?
it's a bit dark, man.
Then he was successful with the first Batman, and they were like, dude,
Remember that thing?
we'd love for you to do that.
We're gonna put it under Touchstone, but we're
Well,
gonna
they
fund
didn't
it.
say that yet. They decided to do that after they actually seen stuff.
Oh,
'Cause
after they saw
they were
it?
like,
Still too dark.
that might be too edgy to say,
Especially at the
Disney.
end where like the pumpkin the
Yeah.
vampires are
Yeah.
playing hockey with. It used to be Tim Burton's head.
So they were like, it's maybe a little too edgy for us
Yeah,
to
Cut that. What the fuck?
to put that there. But so originally though, that it was still just gonna be everything Disney, right?
Yeah.
Like Disney told him like, we want to make this production. But the problem was he was at that time contractually obligated to do the second Batman.
So he's a little busy, so he couldn't
So-
actually direct it.
So he called up a buddy
who he trusted,
because
who
they
had
both
worked with before. They
worked
both
to-
used to work at
They
Disney.
worked at Disney together, so he knew the guy knew the ins and outs of Disney. He knew the guy knew the ins and outs of his art style. He trusted him. He trusted
Yeah,
him.
he's like, no,
He was
you
like-
did, bro. You get me.
You can make sure that, and so again, neither one of them tries to be like it's mine or it's mine. They're both like it's a like I think I don't actually
He
know.
was-
I
he
don't know if
was
they've been
there-
on record of saying this. I feel like the way they look at this movie is the way we look at this podcast. It's ours. It wasn't
Yeah.
my idea. It's not your idea. We came together with separate ideas and we said we have something that I think will work great
Yeah, we
when
need
we
to
put
do
our
that.
thoughts together.
I think Tim Burton was probably really super involved in like the pre-production
Oh yeah,
shit.
no, before
All the storyboarding
Before.
and stuff, but like once they had to like actually go start shooting the movie, he's like, "Cool, you guys got this. I gotta go do Batman.
I'm
now.
done. I'll
I'll
look at things.
I'm late. I really gotta start my pre-production for Batman,
Well, 'cause-
dude. Like I haven't started shit yet.
Well, because he still had a touch in
He
things.
strikes me as that guy last minute because his hair is always
Yeah.
frazzled.
He still had his touch in a few things because
Yeah.
he's the reason we have Danny Elfman. Obviously,
Yeah.
he loves Danny Elfman. We all know that. Tim Burton, Danny Elfman, might as well be fucking.
They're back
synonymous.
together again after the breakup. We're all happy
Yeah.
about it.
It's a good thing, good deal. But this was definitely the heyday, and maybe the reason.
Yeah, it might be the reason that they kind of had a little falling out.
Now, some of this is all just speculation. So again, Danny Elfman is here. Not only is this a Danny Elfman soundtrack,
He does the
he's
singing.
here.
Yeah,
He's here.
he is the singing voice for Jack.
He's also
And
one
it's-
of our little kids.
Yeah, one of the he's locker barrel. One of the. I think he's the
shock.
fat.
He's lock, shock, or barrel. What?
I think he's the fat one, isn't he? The fat
I don't
little
even remember
skeleton
which
one.
one's the girl. I'm horrible at this.
I think Shock is the girl.
I don't know. I'm bad.
The
at
which
this.
one is?
I just know there are
Catherine- is
3
Catherine
kids,
O'Hara.
and I know what they are, and I know their names. I couldn't tell you. I can't distinguish them. Okay,
It's Danny Elfman,
but
Pee Wee
Danny
Herman,
Elfman does a lot. Yeah, yeah.
and Catherine O'Hare for the trick or treaters. I guess
Yeah.
is what they call them, isn't it?
I just
Boogie's,
call
Boogie's
them-
boys.
Yeah, I call them the kids.
The kids.
Right,
Yeah, that's what they are in my notes. I was
Yeah,
like, kids.
The kids. But yeah, so Danny Elfman though, he is full on in this movie. He wanted to be the voice of Jack. Like he wrote the stuff, pitched it to Burton before. This is early. It's I think maybe before he even seen most of the anything.
Yeah.
Right. Like he pitched all the stuff, and then he was like, I want to. And
Let me
before he
do
could
it.
even finish, like supposedly the story is, before he even finished asking that, Burton's like, of course, you're gonna be the voice of Jack.
Yeah, sure.
Now, this is the thing.
Fast
This
forward 6 months.
Yeah, this is the part that we don't know for sure and could possibly, again, without us knowing for sure, and it's just all speculation because we don't do deep dives. We just do these surface level checks.
Right.
We need you guys to help us.
Yeah, double check for us.
But it seems like maybe part of the bad blood could have been because he did tell Elfman, you're not going to be the voice of Jack for the movie. You just get to sing for him.
You just get to sing for him. You don't get to do the actual dialogue.
Maybe we're wrong.
I heard it both ways.
Yeah, well, again, I don't know how it is.
Mine. Or however that song went in the Sight musical.
I don't know how it is at all. I just know.
No, I don't either. But legit, like, he heard it one way, I heard it another one. And I'm just like, I feel like I got Danny Elfman's, like, pissy version.
Well, mine could be Tim Burton's version.
Yeah, like, you got Tim Burton's pissy version. I got Danny Elfman.
If anybody has any more insight, definitely tell us. It's one of those things I'd like to know more about.
Yep,
right?
I really do. I would like to know, like, if this was the actual cause of the schism.
Right?
Of like, again, man, like, I'm what, you didn't trust me to fucking talk?
Genuinely intrigued, right? Like, I mean, that's all.
Trust me to sing, but not talk. Okay, I see how the fuck it is. It's not like in, like, The Lion King, Jeremy Irons, like, got sick halfway through and they had to re-record the Scars song. It's only the first, like, 3 bars is Jeremy Irons, and they had to get somebody else to do it. But that was, like, medical.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do in situations
Can't
like
tell.
That. This is different, yeah.
I didn't know that until I was 30.
So, if we're going to mention Danny Elfman, because we've mentioned him plenty of other times, but generally it's just for soundtrack purposes.
Yeah, he's just doing the music.
Which means we don't say much else, because usually that's, like, we're usually just like, hey, that guy did this.
You know him.
Right?
You've heard it.
So this is our first time that he did more, so we can actually talk a little bit more about him.
He's great.
He is also the lead singer of
Oingo Boingo.
Boingo. And if you don't know who Oingo Boingo is, you probably do. Because you probably know the song Weird Science. You might not know anything else. But you probably know. Weird Science. Woo-hoo. Yes, you probably know Weird Science. Well, if you haven't, go see the movie.
Yeah, go watch the movie. Or go watch it. We'll probably do it. So, yeah, it'll all work out.
I love Danny Elfman's movies soundtrack. He's got, I can't remember if this is 100% right, but I feel like it was like, this is like his 14th or 15th soundtrack out of his career soundtracks. That's like 100.
It seems like he'd been around for longer than that by then, doesn't it?
Well, but he was in Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Weird Science is like 85.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, that's the thing, though. He did
how
at
old
least
is Danny Elfman.
Well, he did at least 2 movie soundtracks. Just like his song from Oingo Boingo got featured in 2 different movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
Before he was ever even making soundtracks.
Yeah, before he was a composer.
Like, so he was technically like making soundtracks before he was making soundtracks. Like, fucking Danny Elfman is the man. All right, we gotta stop. We could be on this forever. We could literally do this forever.
30 minutes on fucking Danny Elfman
and Oingo
Boingo.
We gotta stop with
and the
Danny
one
Elfman.
song that we know from him.
Yeah. So again, he was just the singing voice. Our real voice, or our normal talking voice, is Chris Sarandon. That being
they have like
said,
the same vocal range as Danny Elfman. They flowed together very well.
That being said, there's also, how many lines is Jack not singing?
Not that many, really.
So I mean, Danny did the hard
work.
Like,
because even like some of the songs have like kind of spoken word parts.
Yeah.
And I'm sure those are Danny.
Danny did the hard work, right? We can agree.
Did he get a bigger check at least?
I have no idea.
I hope he did.
In most movies, though, it would normally be flipped. Like, the singer did the light work for the voice role, and
had to do like most of it.
100% though. In this one, it's flipped. Like, Danny did the hard work.
Extra bonus points to the people who do both.
Oh yes. So other than Danny Elfman, though, we've got Catherine O'Hara as Sally. Also one of our 3, like we said, she's one of our 3 little kids.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. She's everywhere.
Yeah, she's been in all kinds of shit.
Too much to list almost.
Right?
She's a those girls, she's those guys. She's one of those people. She's one of those people. You've seen her. You definitely know her.
She's fucking
she's
Kevin's mom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Other Christmas classic.
Yeah, going back to Home Alone.
So again, you know her. I promise you know
You're
her.
lying if you say you don't, all right?
If we're gonna mention her, we also have to mention Glenn Shaddix.
Otho playing the mayor. Like, what is
Yes,
the
he's the
mayor?
voice of the
Is he
mayor.
supposed to be like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde,
I
or
have
something?
no idea
with the spinning
what
head.
that is. I love it though.
Right?
I don't know what
He's got like the super happy side, and then the other side is just a ball of fucking anxiety. Can't handle anything.
Yeah, so like it's like we have a mini Beetlejuice reunion here, since we've got
We're just missing Michael
O'Hara.
Keaton. That's it.
Or
Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, I guess.
Well, you're forgetting Lydia.
Fuck her.
Ouch.
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to cover for the fact that I forgot. Did I lean in too hateful? I apologize. I love Winona Ryder. She's awesome.
Okay. I'll accept the apology on her behalf. It's
There.
all right.
I know you have that authority.
Talk to her personally yesterday.
All the time. You know, she came down for lunch. We had a nice sandwich.
She told me
good pastrami on rye.
She told me specifically, if Bo ever says anything like that about me, you have full right to accept the apology. So, I mean, here we are.
Cool.
Who knew it was going to happen?
Yeah.
Who knew it was going to happen?
Tell her I said she was meh in Stranger Things.
I will not.
Just to piss the internet
I
off.
will not. You can talk to her yourself on that one. All right.
Kidding.
The next people we need to mention, the next person I want to mention, William Hickey, who's the voice of Dr. Fink. Do you know who this is?
I have.
He's the old guy.
He's the old. I
He's
have the
old guy
picture.
you think of. Yes, yeah, no.
He's in like
The voice-
pajamas.
Yes,
and
well-
talks like this.
Yeah, yes. Sometimes he's got the glasses.
Yeah,
like the Coke bottle style glasses, too big. Yes,
right.
It's that guy. It's that guy.
I can't place the movie. I know him.
Well,
from,
he's in
though.
everything. Dude. He
It's
was in all
always
kinds
the
of stuff.
same
Yeah,
thing. Because it bothered the shit out of me. I was like, I know that voice.
Yeah. So, William Hickey is the guy who we have here for Dr. Finkelstein. Dr. Fink. I just call him Fink.
Dr.
For the rest
Fink.
of that. Yeah. Or Mad Scientist. Like those. I'm just like in my notes. It's just like real quick, right? Mad Scientist, Dr. Fink.
Charlie.
Now, the thing I'll say about this, though, is unfortunately, we almost, like we were already talking about alternate universes, Patrick Stewart, narrator.
Yeah.
We almost lived in a world this would have been Vincent Price.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
He was getting too old. He was like...
Yeah. Didn't he have like throat cancer or something?
Well, yeah, and like he had recorded a few lines.
Yeah.
And they just were...
He just couldn't.
They were too rough.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, too rough. Like people were just like, yeah,
man. If Disney would have greenlit this when he first came up with the idea,
yeah, dude, that's who it would have been for sure.
Fuck. To the TARDIS. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have been dope. But here's my only thing I'll say about if that had been like if we had lived in the universe where that's what happened, it would have been a little weird. It would have felt too much like this was like the animated universe of Edward Scissorhands almost, right?
Yeah, a little
because
bit.
he was already the dude who created life from nothing, and that's kind of what he was in this movie too, right? Because he created Sally from nothing.
She's just a rag doll stuffed with leaves.
So would
and
it not
shit.
almost make it like? It would make you be like, is this supposed to be the afterlife? Is this where he went?
This is
after
what happened
he
when
died?
Edward Scissorhands' dad died,
right? I mean, would it not?
And he did get to work with Tim Burton.
Oh yeah,
before he died anyway. So
Yeah.
I guess that worked out.
But it does. To me, it almost would have been too much.
Yeah,
it'd have been over the top, right? Like just like we said with Flubber, where Christopher Lloyd had been thought about.
Yeah, it would have been.
It'd have been
too
the same
much,
thing.
Yeah.
It'd been too much. It'd been too on the nose to do it again.
Yeah, a
right?
little bit.
I feel like
the voice fits the character too perfectly.
Yes, no, it's
with
so
that-
perfect.
with
Like I
those-
agree. I
the-
agree. After William Hickey, we can mention at that. Well, really, at this point, that's like that's our main cast.
Yeah, because
right?
I mentioned Pee Wee and
yeah. Well, again,
Danny Elfman
they're
doing
not
the
even our
voice.
main cast.
Yeah, they don't show up till like 30
Lock,
minutes
Shock,
in.
and Barrel are there for like one song and 3 scenes.
Yeah,
and that's
it. They just kind of hide out in the
but
background.
they are one of the more notable
Oh,
characters.
they're heavy merch.
Yeah,
There you can
merched
get
out
so
of,
much
yeah.
merch of those guys.
But really, as far as like screen time, not that heavy.
5 minutes.
So,
6.
but yeah, like you did already mention, like it's Paul Rubens, it's Catherine O'Hara doing a second
Doing
voice.
a double.
Yeah,
I hope
well,
she
and
got
Danny
paid
Elfman
again.
doing triple work.
Oh
'Cause
shit,
again,
that's
he
right.
wrote the music.
He had better have been the most
sang the
highly paid
songs.
motherfucker on this movie.
So again, those were those guys. Real quick though, like we've got Ken Page as Oogie Boogie. You will also know that voice if you are roughly our age
Yeah.
as King Gator from
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
He's got he's got a storied voice acting career. That's the one
And he loves being
off the
Boogie.
top of my head. Well, yeah.
He comes back for literally anything that they do for
I would
Oogie
too.
Boogie.
I would
It's
too.
a guaranteed fucking check, man.
Well, he passed away now.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I want to say earlier this year.
Oh.
But maybe I'm wrong. But definitely within
I'm
the last.
sad now.
Yeah, it's been it's recent. That's
Cue
for sure.
the wah, wah.
You will recognize the voice when you hear it.
Mhm.
You definitely will know things.
He's
from
done
your
all kinds of
childhood
other
that
voice
you've heard.
acting
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
You'll recognize
They
it.
do the voice of one of the cats from Cats.
Yes, he is
Yeah,
one of
see.
the cats. Yeah, he is a cat
He's a cat
from Cats.
from Cats.
That though, I would say rounds up almost everybody who's anybody that anybody would even need to know.
Those
a
are
weird
hard.
statement to say.
Anybody who's
that
anybody
would need
we've
to know.
stated, yes.
Except for one last one, and it's my favorite one to drop that I didn't know. Like most of these I knew before going in.
Do I know this one?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh, fuck.
Greg Proops. Do you know who Greg Proops is? It's a fun name to say. Greg Proops.
It sounds familiar. I feel
He
like you
is-
mentioned this to me earlier today or something.
Whose line is it?
Yeah,
anyway?
from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I did mention it. I wanted to see if you could remember.
Do that to
Man,
me.
the beer comes at you hard.
Yeah, it
sometimes,
does.
doesn't it?
And I don't have the best memory anyway.
Yeah, this is Greg Proops. So yeah, this is our the glasses guy. I don't know
Kind
what
of
else to
spiky
say.
hair.
Yeah, the glasses.
It's like
guy
he's
that was
trying to be
like-
Drew Carey.
We've already touched on this the last time we need to say it though. Like we said, this is originally depending on what copy you watch, where you watch. If you watch this on,
If you still got the
Disney-
VHS.
then it says Touchstone.
Yeah.
If you have maybe even an early copy
Early
of the DVD,
DVD,
I don't
maybe?
know. But if you have, if not, and you're watching this streaming, if you watch this anytime after, I think what I saw was like 2006 was maybe
Yeah,
when
something like that.
Disney officially started slapping
Disney,
Disney on this. This
onto
was
the
a
thing.
Touchstone movie. It's just what they put theirs out on. Only 2 movies in history, though, I did find this out while doing the research for this, have ever officially crossed that line, right? They were Disney said put it under Touchstone, but today we still look at it as a true Disney
Yeah,
movie.
like it's good enough. We'll claim it.
It has happened exactly twice. Once with this one, and once with Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Classic.
Yeah. Originally a Touchstone movie as well. Crazy, right? Crazy.
Now we gotta find that one. We gotta find something to do for Roger Rabbit.
I'm sure we can find it. I'm sure if we really try.
You can find a beer with shoe in the title.
Or Valiant, right? Eddie
Yeah, or
Valiant.
something like that.
Seems like it wouldn't be that hard. Maybe.
You would think.
Maybe.
Rabbit?
That also gets us more Christopher Lloyd. Since
Oh,
we already
yeah.
name dropped him once. All right, sorry. We got to get into the now.
Yeah, we need to do the actual fucking movie now, don't we?
It's okay. Like I said, I feel like this will go quick because it's almost all song. It's just
Yeah.
song after song after
So
song.
it opens with the
with
grove.
a song.
Like you see the grove of the
I know.
holiday trees.
I just had to say it.
and
It's
then
too
you
funny.
go into the pumpkin, and it starts with our first song.
I just had to say that though.
It's like a
No,
song.
we
It
do
starts
need
with a
to.
fucking song.
We do need to address like what we see though. It was fun. It's a cool little
And our
opening where we see
narrator,
all
that
the different
should be
holiday
Patrick
trees.
Stewart.
Should have been Patrick for sure. Yeah, but we see all the different holiday trees, including like we said earlier.
4th of July.
Yeah, apparently
Valentine's Day,
Well, apparently
Thanksgiving.
they make sure that it's not an American flag, that you can just see red, white, and blue, because that is a commonly themed color scheme for lots of countries, and
France.
therefore England,
England,
and so like lots of countries would have holidays themed around those colors.
others, I'm sure.
well, again, if it's England, then it's Australia. It's
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Most places that were British colonies still use that color
Norway.
scheme.
Norway has red, white, and blue in it. I'm pretty
But-
sure.
So it was one of those things where like picking that color doesn't automatically make it an American themed. Americans are 100% going to see it and be like,
America, red,
Yeah.
white, and blue.
"Well, you saw it,
Eagle Screech.
you saw it, and I saw it, and we both automatically
Oh,
were
yeah.
like, it's there for the 4th of July." It wasn't until
That's what
after
it has to be.
wasn't until afterwards I looked
Could
it
be
up.
Bastille Day
I looked it up
for
and
our
was like,
French viewers out there.
Well, and there's a British day that's also it's fireworks and they celebrate. It's not Guy Fawkes Day though. Is it?
No,
but
fuck that guy.
Yeah, but there's another one that's about fireworks and they still use the colors kind of the same. So again, it's done this way.
It's not just us. It's just a nice color scheme.
It is, yeah,
it's for freedom.
Well, again, most of the other places aren't doing it for that reason.
America.
Yeah, you just stop. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm trying to dig us out of the hole you're trying to dig us into. Stop it, bro.
Making
Stop
it worse.
Yeah, stop it, man.
All right, sorry.
I'm trying to say there's a reason it's not just that. We don't need to focus on that.
God save the Queen and vive la France.
More than just 3. Lots.
Those are the only accents I can do. Except a very offensive Indian accent, which I will not do on the internet.
No, sir. I'm going to stop you right now.
I said I wouldn't do it.
We're not going to talk about it. Yeah, once we, though, go into our Halloween tree, we start our song immediately. God bless these songs, man.
Yes.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween.
Well, we don't even immediately get the songs, right? Like the words. We just
it just starts with like the oboe. Burp, burp.
And because we all grew up with it so much, you just hear it and you're just like, you're bouncing already, right? You're already waiting for it.
And then it starts and you just start singing with it like, boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something
You can't help
strange?
Again,
come with us and you will see this our time.
Okay, Bo.
I'm going to get copyright struck. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop.
Stop. You got to understand.
Disney's coming for me.
You got to understand, Bo. You can sing a couple of lines.
What is it, like 3 bars you can get away with?
Well, you don't need to push the edge.
I'm a rebel.
Start a song.
I'm a rebel.
As the one who edits, I'm going to tell you right now,
Debbie.
you need to focus on less of the song. Sing it, but focus on less of it.
Yeah.
And cut yourself off. So I don't have to do it for you.
Don't do the whole song. Patrons can have that.
Don't make me. Well, no, because that still means I have to do that in post. Don't make me do that in post. Cut yourself off, sir. Cut yourself off.
You get 1 lyric.
That's
Choose
all.
wisely.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Well, you can do the chorus and then 1 lyric, right? I'll give you the chorus and 1 lyric for every song from here on out.
So what you're telling me is I can't sing the entirety of
Jack
anything.
Lament.
Can't do the whole.
Well, nobody
thing.
would pick that one anyway.
What?
That's the one you would pick.
That's
if
the
you were
best
gonna
song
sing
in the movie.
Stop it.
I love that song.
I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm saying it's by no means the best one in the movie.
What's your favorite one then?
Any of the catchier ones that have words that like.
Oh, all right then. This song moves me. I relate to the Jack's Lament song.
That's what I'm telling
because
you.
Because I'm so great. Let me bask. Just ignore it.
Yeah, I'm going to let the people do something, and I'm pretty sure it's not basking. So you just remember that, because that's probably not how they're going to interpret that pause of silence, Bo. That's all just in your head.
Do others not think I'm as great as I think I am?
Well, it's not that, but it's when you say stuff like that, it probably doesn't help.
Does it make me seem like an asshole?
It doesn't enforce the thought that they should.
So don't do that. Got it. I'm still figuring out this human thing.
Again, though, I just want to get back to the song real quick. We gotta move on.
This is Halloween, the first song.
Well, again, even just saying the favorite thing, it's like, to me, I'm not even saying to you like my favorite song in the movie has to be the catchiest song, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the catchier the song, the more likely I'm gonna tell you it's
gonna
my
remember
favorite.
it.
Yeah. The more likely I'm going to tell you I could sing all of the words to the song. Again, I get touched by lots of songs, and they're probably much more meaningful to me. But if you're going to put me on the spot randomly to be like, what's your favorite? It's going to be the one I can sing all of the words to.
It wasn't going to be that one, that's for sure.
Well, it's just always going to be the one I can easily sing the words to, right?
Ain't nobody picking Sally's song.
No, well, again, nobody's picking Sally's song. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with Jack's Lament. It's just probably not the one that most people automatically know all the words to, right?
Yeah.
Well, not even jump to. It's a good one, and it's good and has a lot of great lines.
It's mostly the I Jack part.
So again, I'm sure my Jack might have a lot to say about that song.
That's what he wants to do. I guarantee it. He just likes the I Jack, the pumpkin.
Yes.
King.
So again, it's great. I'm just saying that most people are probably going to jump to like the ones that they know all of the words to, not just a few of the lines that they're like,
Yeah,
oh, that stands
the
out.
most common ones are probably going to be this first one
Oh,
and
100%.
Making Christmas later on.
Or What's
What's
This?
this? Yeah, that's
I was
probably
about to say, it's probably going to be This Is Halloween or What's This? Those are the two that are probably at the top of most people's list. Because they are the easiest ones to know all the words to, because they're fun. They're jovial, fast, quick, silly. Lot more of the jokes, visual jokes even, are happening on screen for both of those songs, which I think is a good way to get
What's
back
this with all of the fucking...
Shh, stop it. I'm trying to get us back into this
the first
one now.
one.
Yeah. I was like, that's a good segue point. And you were like, yeah, especially what's...
No, we're gonna skip 20 minutes. We're gonna go.
We need to get back.
We're gonna go past even my favorite song.
You're gonna make this take long. We're trying to make this decent. You're like purposely taking my. You're gonna make this take longer since I couldn't find wood to knock on earlier.
There you go. Yeah, it's all my fault.
But yeah, so at the first song though, it is literally just here for us to get our feel for Halloween Town.
Yep,
where we are.
It's kind of like the roll call of like what everybody does.
Well, and like what we can expect to find here: vampires, werewolves,
ghouls, ghosts, goblins, witches.
The ghosts are my favorite because I like that it's like the weird rotoscoped type animation onto the screen.
One.
That's so I. Like, because again, in a movie that already stands out because at the time this came out, claymation hadn't been done in a long
while,
time. So like it already stood out by doing claymation and then doing the rotoscoped ghosts on top of the claymation backgrounds and stuff. Phenomenal. I loved it, dude.
And the rotoscope fucking boogie in the moon.
Yes.
I am the face in the moon at night.
You know, technically, this is one of those things up for debate on if it's actually Oogie Boogie or not.
I always thought it was because it's like the same shadow that he uses later.
It is, but they technically never say it.
That's true.
And when you go to like the original poem, it's not that fleshed out of an idea.
I've never actually heard the original poem.
It's not as fleshed out as the movie.
I was just saying, I wasn't that dedicated.
The poem is really just about like the transitional idea between the two. There's a lot less of the full worked out story. You're not missing out on too much.
Gotta be like, you gotta be one of those like,
be pretty diehard
Tim Burton girls.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they're a specific form of goth girl. I swear
it is. But I mean, there are also plenty of guys. I'm just saying there are plenty of dudes overly obsessed with Burton as well. So I'm just saying, don't pigeonhole them into only being female fans. Don't pigeonhole them. There's plenty of guys just as obsessed.
All right, I won't pigeonhole them, but what if I like large ditch them? Like a nice long one.
Don't set it on fire afterwards.
I'll try not to.
You do what you need.
They filled it with gas. I don't know. It wasn't my fault. I was just smoking.
During our little intro here, it's one of the first times we get an introduction to a sandworm. This movie is full of them.
Yeah, it is. They're all over the place. The dude's fingers, the guy who hides under the stairs. They're little sandworms.
This is one of those, like you'll see them all over the place from this song on, and it proves that point that we said earlier. Like Tim Burton's DNA is like
injected
woven
through
into
this
it.
Entire
like
thing?
You can't literally separate them out from the movie, right?
Eyes glowing red and spiders in my hair.
Yes,
you know.
During the song, we learn that Jack is the Pumpkin King of Halloween.
Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Howl at the moon.
Stop.
Everybody. Sorry. I love that part. He's coming up out of the fountain, and everybody's just la 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 la.
But again, he's the Pumpkin King of Halloween,
and everybody loves Jack.
Well, but
some of them a little too much.
Why is he the Pumpkin King of Halloween?
I don't know. They have a mayor.
Well, it's not even You're focusing on the king. I'm focusing on the pumpkin.
It's fair.
He's a skeleton. Why is he the Pumpkin King? I'm good with king and a mayor. Whatever. It is what it is.
He should be the skeleton king
of Halloween.
Of Halloween, yeah.
See, you jumped past what I was trying to say. Pumpkin. Why is he the Pumpkin King? He literally has to wear a fake pumpkin on his head just for us to pseudo-understand Pumpkin King of Halloween. Is it a title that existed before him?
The pumpkin patches right outside town, and he grows the best pumpkins. Makes the best pumpkin pie. He's mean baker. He's the Lord of sugar and spice.
Stop. You're in the wrong door. Pumpkin pie
That's
is in Thanksgiving
God
land.
damn it. That's right.
Halloween land is before pumpkin pie. Again, there's no actual reason.
He is the best pumpkin carver in the land. He makes the scariest jack-o'-lanterns.
I got no explanation.
He wins the carving contest every year.
You know me. I'm just saying it's a little weird for them to call him the pumpkin
No, it
king.
is.
It doesn't really make sense. He doesn't need to be the pumpkin king of Halloween.
Pumpkin skeleton. There's less syllables. It flows better in the song, I guess.
I guess I'd really have to pay attention. I have to go back and pay attention to exactly how it was done in the song.
Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Our man Jack is king of the skeleton patch. Doesn't work.
Well, but that's only the
call
one.
it a skeleton
He also,
patch, though.
again, you keep focusing on that line, but the other line is that he is pumpkin king of Halloween. You understand that rhymes because it's also in the song. You have to check all of them because if it's only one bow, they can change one.
Yeah,
you have to check how many all of the movie. That's what I meant. We can't. We
don't
can't
have
do
the
it.
lyrics in front of me.
Well, again, Bo, I wasn't saying we need to do it right now. I was trying to point out to you that we cannot do it right now because we have
10,000
no way.
subscribers, and I will sing every song from this fucking movie in its entirety on Patreon.
Yeah, that's where I say, yeah, you better tell them where it's gonna be because it can't go on YouTube or Spotify. You're gonna get us in trouble,
So
man.
we get 10,000 subscribers, and they have to subscribe to Patreon. We're gonna get money too. It'd be great.
Yeah, okay.
And they don't know if I can do it well or not.
Yeah, okay. We do need to get on
Yeah,
topic, though.
Jack's here.
Half of this is getting cut. I love you. There's just a bunch of this that we have to cut. We're having too much fun and not getting anything done.
Jack's here. Everyone loves him. Especially these fucking witch ladies. Did you see them? They are all fucking over him. And he's just like, whoa, bitch, I'm trying to leave. Tired of fame, I guess, dude. Doesn't want to deal with it because he kind of just wanders off.
That's quickly what we find out, though.
Yeah.
Again, the only other thing that's happening in the very beginning, but to us as a viewer, you have no idea, is that we see Sally here. But since we're literally just meeting everybody, we don't even understand that means anything.
Other than the fact that she kind of breaks off from the crowd and kind of follows him when he fucks off.
Yeah, but again, since we're seeing witches obsessed with him.
Yeah, it's like, groupies, they're going to chase him like Austin Powers.
Yeah, so again, it doesn't even mean anything that we see that. That's one of those things that you just tell yourself.
60s swing music, Jack's running away.
That's just one of those things you tell yourself because you've already seen it enough times that you're like, oh, that's why Sally did it. But the first time you watch it, you would never know that. You would just assume.
Stalker chick. Why is she fucking following?
You wouldn't even think she's special. You would just be like, why is she so obsessed she's following, right?
Spies on him the whole time during his whole song.
Yes, no, she's spying on him.
Where he's going, he gets his dog
from
Zero.
afar. We see the mayor is officially giving out ceremonies.
He's giving out awards
to everybody
for most blood drawn in a single evening. Hands it off to the one vampire and shit. And Jack's like, good, they're distracted. I can leave. I can get the fuck out of here.
He makes a beeline out of town.
Yeah, straight to
he does not even
straight to the cemetery or whatever.
Not even to his home, which we find out later is technically in town.
It's like in the middle of town. It's like a tower.
But yeah, he just bolts straight away. Yeah. He's out straight to the cemetery.
Gets his dog.
Now
little Zero.
Now the thing I would say is that Sally's there, but this is the first time that Sally wasn't spying on him on purpose. She was only in the cemetery because her arm already got ripped off.
Oh yeah, because Dr. Fink came up to her and was like, "You've poisoned me for the last time." She detached her arm to get away.
She ran off out of town as soon as that happened.
I love when she's running off. He's yelling at her. The arm's still like smacking him in the fucking head.
Yeah, so she ran off after him,
and they just happened to end up here.
Yeah,
but she's still just like, hide.
Well, again, she was there first. That's all I wanted to try to get at, is that she ran off and she left town before Jack. Like, she had been spying on him. But that's when Fink
came up behind her and grabbed her.
So she ran off first. So she literally was there when he shows up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once he gets to the cemetery, he pulls up, gets his best pal, man's best friend, which I guess makes the ghost version of it, skeleton's best friend. I love that
it's like a floating sheet with a glowing nose.
Yeah. Well, and it's a like jack-o'-lantern.
It is.
Yeah. You never noticed it before?
Somebody told me that years ago, and I just didn't fucking pay attention while I was watching it.
It's a jack-o'-lantern. That's why it glows. Now, why the dog's nose is a jack-o'-lantern, I don't know. I'm just telling you.
I love it where he's just like, "You want to play fetch, boy?" Pulls a rib off and chucks it.
But yeah, so he wanders off out of the cemetery.
He's sad because nobody gets it.
He's
so tired of Halloween. It's
now,
the same thing every year.
Well, before he gets too far into it, because it first starts before the song.
Yeah.
Right? He first starts...
Zero.
He's just kind of talking.
Yeah.
Sally can still hear the talking. That's all I wanted to point out. Sally hears the talking. The song part he's gone for.
Yeah.
But she hears the beginning. And the beginning is the part where he essentially is just like, it's always the same.
Yeah, fuck
Halloween.
This shit. It's boring now.
Now, the main reason I want to point that out is because I feel like Sally only ever half understands. She feels like she knows so much about him because she spies on him. But I feel like she didn't hear the intricacies, the in-depth details of what he had to say about it. She just heard it's always the same. But there was so much more.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was more than just droll mundaneness. There was just... It was layers.
Imagine being the absolute best at the thing you do. The thing you did would get really boring after a while, right?
The layer upon that is the fact that everybody else doesn't understand that that's the way you view it.
Yeah.
And they expect you to still love that you love them, but you have gotten to a point to where you hate.
You're the guy.
Yeah, you've gotten to a point to where you hate
being
that
the guy.
They love you.
Yeah, it's like, I just stop. I get it.
Even if they just loved you, even if they just loved you for a different reason, it would be okay.
Right.
You're
just love me because I was the nicest guy in town. But like, no, I'm the scariest. That's what the whole song is about in here in a second. He's so good at scaring people.
And so again, he's just ready for something different.
To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky.
That's right. Jack's Lament. So again,
right.
I've got all the songs down. This is my favorite line. It's not as we've already stated, not my favorite song. It is my favorite line in the... you can't drop Kentucky.
And not have me get excited about it.
And so I officially... Does that mean that all of us in Kentucky should refer to him as Mr. Unlucky?
I guess.
Or just that one guy?
So none of us here should like Jack.
Well, just because you think he's Mr. Unlucky doesn't mean you don't have to like him.
I guess.
You don't have to like...
You don't have to like...
You don't have to like lucky people.
Right.
I would actually venture to say most people hate lucky people.
Yeah,
only the person who is lucky
bastard.
Appreciates being lucky people.
Yeah, the rest of us are like, fuck you.
Why are you so lucky?
What the hell? What do you get easy shit for?
Now, the only part to that is on the flip side of that, Mr. Unlucky is also probably not a guy I'm hanging out with.
I ain't getting in a car with him.
But I probably also don't have a lot of... I'm more likely to trash talk the lucky guy than Mr. Unlucky. Yeah. Just saying. Me personally. So I'll go with all Kentuckians. You should be calling him Mr. He is no longer Jack.
He is Mr. Unlucky.
That's all we can call him.
This is in the song.
That's what he told us. Mr. Unlucky.
Yeah, I love this fucking song.
I know, you already told us your favorite.
Is there like a such thing as like Disney karaoke night somewhere? I would fucking rock this song.
The fact that you even have to ask is outrageous. There 100% is Disney karaoke.
Oh, I want to go.
Like, don't ask me. I'm not even telling you specifics.
There's other Disney songs I could do well too.
I'm not telling you specifics, but I'm telling you it's outrageous to think that there isn't. Do you know how many
I could do Mean Gaston.
Do you know how many Disney adults there are in the world?
True. It's very true.
It's outrageous that you thought that there wouldn't be
All right,
a Disney karaoke
all
night.
you Disney adults out there, next karaoke night, I'm in. Send me an invite.
After Sally's done hearing him complain and ache about all this stuff,
she's just so upset about it too. She's like, "Oh, poor him."
She's gathering up other ingredients from the cemetery before she heads back home. So
she's got to get her arm back.
Well, we see this. We see that she grabs the nightshade, and at first we don't know what it's for because again, like this is Halloween Town. We've seen plenty of stuff. Like we know in our world that means it's death.
Yeah, that's poison.
But in Halloween Town, it could be just how you make candy. For the love of God.
They're
right?
the opposite of us, right? Like,
For a lot of
like
stuff,
gross and dangerous things are normal
it's
to
true,
them,
right? I
right?
mean, like, I'm not even trying to exaggerate here.
No,
Like, I
it
mean,
totally could be. It could be
and
like,
so, like,
oh,
we see her get the nightshade, and we don't even know what it's for. I love that as soon as we see her get into Fink's house, I will never even call it her house. It's not.
no, it's Fink's house.
It's Fink's house, and she is an unwanted guest for the most part.
Yeah, because he
doesn't think she does. Yeah,
he made her to be like his like maid or whatever, and she's not doing it.
Yeah,
so keeps trying to escape.
She runs into the house with the nightshade, and he calls her out immediately. You did it again.
Yeah.
This is why we had that fight in public.
Right. This is why we did this last time. You keep trying to escape. I'm sick of it.
I don't like it.
Here's your damn arm back.
Nightshade again. He said. This is the second time this month. Third.
He can't.
She said third. She corrected him.
Did she? Because that means later it's like the fourth. You think he'd learn his goddamn lesson.
I thought it was funny that he said second, she said third, and he was just like, oh, and goes on. And I was like,
that's right.
God, it's been,
anyway,
been drugging you so much you can't even
fucking remember it. That's terrible.
And he's still fine with it. But, so yeah, the main takeaway though is that obviously, despite the name of Deadly Nightshade, it only has a knocking out effect.
Just kind of makes him go to sleep for a little while.
It is not killing dear
Not
Dr.
even
Fink.
all night. It's only like an hour or two.
No,
it doesn't knock him out for very long.
It's just for the getaway.
You think later when he splits his brain in half, it has more of an effect on him?
It would have to.
No, I don't feel like his new creation's going to be poisoning him much.
Yeah, no. That only matters if he was going to screw up and let her back in the house.
Right.
Yeah, so again, mad scientist Dr. Fink he shows his true colors right here. He is definitely a bad dude.
He's an asshole.
He full on treats her like garbage. So this is one of those moments where again it's like obviously this was written when Burton worked for Disney, right? Like she's Cinderella but twisted.
Yeah, like
right?
a fucked up Cinderella.
Like all of these,
and he's the weird, wicked stepmother?
Well, yeah,
stepfather.
It doesn't have to follow an exact allegory. It just has to fit kind of. But you get what I'm saying? Like that she fits the character type of Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
Like she is the person who is subservient. She has to do all the work but slightly twisted. To me, this is like Burton's best. Like he does like so many of these characters are just like classic ideas of Disney characters or other characters we know, but slightly twisted.
Yeah.
Right? It's really good. I really appreciate it.
The goth emo Cinderella.
I don't even want to go that far, despite the fact that all goth girls would go that far.
Yeah.
To me,
I was mean to him earlier. I thought I'd throw him a bone.
I know. But almost that was almost mean again though. Like that's the funny part, Bo. You almost circled. You were like this close to circling full back to me.
It's an art form, you know. You got to toe that line of just enough of an asshole.
That's called negging, and a lot of girls know that nowadays. And well, they don't fall for it now. This is the part where we see that Jack and Zero are they have wandered out.
They have wandered out of Halloween Town, off into the wilderness,
the verge of known territory,
right? Because even Jack's like, I've never been this far before.
And the moment plays out like you said, one of your favorite things was the fetch with the rib bone. I almost feel like the scene plays out like that's what got him lost, because literally, they're almost outside of town when he throws it. He's not paying attention because he's like distracted thinking about how much. He just wishes things were different.
We've all done it, walking through the woods singing about how much we hate life.
Or staring at a map and not paying attention to where
I like mine better, but all right.
Well, I'm trying to give us a throwback to when we did American Werewolf in London.
Oh, yeah, that's
just
right.
Just wander off the beaten path.
I was going for Sad Boy.
I know what you were doing. I'm trying to get people to go back and watch another episode.
Go watch the other episode. Don't listen to me and my meme shit.
Don't listen to him try to bash on goths anymore.
I got called a goth all the time when I was in high school, and I was like, I'm not though.
It doesn't mean you need to bash them now.
I'm resentful. How dare they throw me in that group?
Take it out on the people who did it to you, not the people they tried to say you were.
They're not here. Isn't that what the internet's for? Is for me to release my trauma on random people?
Neither group is here, so you get to pick which one you attack.
Okay, I guess that's fine. Fuck you and your logic.
I'm just saying, I'm not a jock and I'm not a goth. Neither group is represented in this room with you right now.
Fine. I'll let high school go eventually, I'm sure.
So they wander off. We don't know what happens of them. The mayor wanders into Jack's the next morning.
I love this. He's walking up and he's singing the song.
He's so happy. He's so happy.
Looks back at the guy,
year.
like the jazz guys down there, like, hey guys.
He was humming "This Is Halloween."
Right.
He was humming "This Is Halloween." Like he got Jack's song stuck in his own head.
He's the smiley face, rings the bell.
Well, and
nothing happens, switches around to the anxious face.
The song thing is great to me because this is 93. Like that's like a meta moment before meta moments.
Yeah.
Like he's humming a movie.
Because usually the rule of a musical is they're not aware that
you act like that
singing.
Didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. That didn't just happen.
Yeah. No.
Although I guess when it's 80% of the movie, you have to let them all act like the song did just happen.
I guess, yeah.
They live in holiday worlds. It's a little bit different than living here, right? Maybe?
Yeah, it's not like Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, I don't know.
Though that guy did just magic pop up onto that fucking roof in that movie.
Well,
when did he climb? When did he climb up on that roof?
Depending on what the backside of that hill looked like, he could get on the roof pretty easy.
He was dancing with his cart up on the roof. All I'm saying.
When we see that the mayor is upset that Jack's not there, he is distraught. Right?
I love it. He's just like, Jack, please. I'm just an elected official. I can't make these decisions by myself.
It's 365 days. 364.
Ah!
Yeah, it is
falls down the fucking stairs.
It is a
jazz
terrible time for the
It
mayor.
is.
He doesn't know what to do, how to handle it.
The jazz dudes are just like, he's not home, man. Hasn't been all night.
At this point, though, we cut to Jack and Zero.
Yep, it's daytime now. I love how the sun is a pumpkin. Did they
literally walk through the night?
It's what it seems like.
Because that's wild.
It's a long walk.
We don't know how long Jack's been the Pumpkin King of Halloween, but I would imagine it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And he's never gone walking like this.
Not all night in one direction. Usually he'd go in like a circuit route, kind of like on the outskirts of town, right? Stick to the main trails.
Well, he always at least went home first. The people told us.
Right? Like, it's like he never even
came back.
We don't know where he is.
And after the daylight starts to shine through the woods, off in the distance, Jack says, I've never been here. The joy you can like,
right? I mean, he's not even so happy about something new.
This is before seeing holiday doors,
right? Just the fact, like, I've never seen this part of the woods before. It's not as dark.
It lets you know that this poor, like, we didn't even need this movie. This poor guy would have been happy with just like a new path. Someone could have dug a new trail.
They just drop a fucking Nintendo into town, and
well, I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Just need something.
There's no form of entertainment, it seems like, in Halloween Town,
other than Halloween shit
or gambling with Oogie Boogie. Those are maybe the only entertainments.
I don't know. I mean, you might die that fucking way.
Well, I'm not saying you should.
That's
do it.
Last resort. Like, I'm so bored, I don't care if I'm gonna die.
I'm not saying it should be done. I was just saying it is the form of entertainment.
I guess that's why Oogie's like. Nobody really likes him, right?
But yeah, like literally though, Jack was just craving difference. And so like again, Nintendo would be great, but like I said, it would have been as simple as cutting a new path.
Yeah, just a new trail in the woods.
Jack would have been like,
I'm so sick of going across the spiral fucking arm thing.
Jack literally would have been like, holy crap, I've never seen the knot in that tree before.
That's a new rock. Look at this rock. It looks like an old witch's face.
Tell me it wasn't that level of excitement, right? And so
because he saw these trees make a circle. Holy fucking shit!
Exactly. And then he gets to them and he's like, "There's pictures on them."
Oh my god! I love his face. It just gets huge. Just
we see him react to the turkey, to the heart. No care in the world.
Right? Like, oh, Yeah.
All right.
Sees the tree.
Jesus Christ, the reaction that man had to this Christmas was intense.
I thought, until I watched it yesterday, I was like, I thought he fell in.
No.
I didn't realize that, like, this is the tree's fucking fault all this happened.
It, like, calls him.
It sucks him the fuck in.
It does the siren song.
It does. Because he opens it, and he kind of looks out like, oh, well, there's a big fucking hole.
But then
he starts to, like, lean back, and it just...
like I said, there's a siren song.
Yep.
No, but again, though, the tree, the visual got him.
Mm-hmm.
That one was on him. Once the door was open, the vacuum effect was the siren for sure.
It's just air rushing into the tube pulled him in, right?
But until he opened it, it was just the fact that Jack saw that tree and was just like, "Fuck me, Christmas! Fuck me, Christmas is the one."
What is this?
In all fairness, though,
we're almost there.
Well, in all fairness, it was the only one that had sparkly shit.
It is.
The Easter one was just pastel.
Yeah, it was just an egg,
but it was flat paint.
Yeah,
right? Pastel, but flat paint.
And the
turkey, goddamn, you could barely see it. It was a brown animal on a tree.
It was almost the one you made in like grade school with your hand.
So that one doesn't count. You know what I'm saying?
The heart is just
it's just a red heart.
Big red
was
heart.
paint. It was like red paint on a tree.
But this one was sparkly, and it was
the
lit
ornaments
up, and
were
it had
actually
gold and
the ornaments
silver
actually bubbled out.
Yes,
and were
made
shiny.
the doorknob.
Like, again,
how do you open the other one's like, how do you open them?
I agree that no matter what, the tree is what you pick.
Oh yeah,
it would grab your eye. It's where you're going.
It is, but I did always want to go to Thanksgiving land.
You're weird. I like food too,
pumpkin pie, man. There'd be like a river of gravy. I'd swim in it.
You don't know if that's true.
Mouth
You're
open.
hoping. You're hoping right now. You're living in Thanksgiving 3 land with the with the gravy river.
The gravy river.
We don't know that can happen. It was all speculation that they were going to make that work. Okay. All right. So he makes it in. Well, he gets sucked in. He didn't make it in. He didn't have a choice in the matter. But once he makes it through, he sees Christmas world,
Christmas Town,
Christmas Land. I
feel like it's
know
Christmas Town.
No, it is Christmas Town.
Okay.
It's Halloween Town and Christmas Town. But the only reason I say it differently is because for Halloween Town, they make it seem like everything we see is Halloween Town, but there is an outskirt to it, right?
Yeah.
But for Christmas Town, they make it seem like he sees all this other stuff, and at the very end, he sees Santa's shop, and right outside of Santa's shop was the sign that said Christmas Town.
Yeah.
So it's like Christmas Land.
Because that's like the end of the song when he runs into the sign.
So like Christmas Land is all of it. Christmas Town is where Santa's shop is.
Yeah.
No, that's not at all what the movie wants you to say. It's all Christmas Town.
Yeah.
But the way you visually see it, it's a lot more like Christmas Town was only Santa's shop area, and the rest of it was a different thing.
I mean, the elves have to live somewhere. Like, the shop is the central spot, and then like the suburbs grew out from outside.
That's what separates this from Halloween Town, even though, right? Like Christmas Town is so different.
Yeah,
because we see that there are elves, and we see that there is a Santa, but there are also regular people in Christmas Town,
and a military.
Well, that's way later. Right now, we don't
just
see
like
that.
Christmas Town
has
yet. I like that Christmas Town has an army.
When we get to the military, we'll talk about the military. We're not at the military.
A bunch of fucking 88 flat cannons.
But yeah, so this is 100% one of those things. It's insane.
Yeah,
that Christmas Town is the way it is. It's very different.
So,
like very different. Not even just by holiday different, but very different than the way Halloween Town works.
Magic.
Well, I mean, there's magic in Halloween Town.
You can just explain it all away. Magic.
Oh, I wasn't even trying to say we need to talk about it. I was just saying they are obviously very different and work differently.
No, they are. And this is the next song, right? What's this? What's this? There's magic everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. Because he's never seen a fucking snowflake. I like it. Snatches one straight out of the air.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what it is. You have to.
Yeah, no, he's like, oh, the kids are throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads. And absolutely nobody is dead.
That's what I was gonna say. It's the beauty.
He can't process any of this shit. Everything's happy and shit.
Well, it's not even just that. Like I said, like all he was craving was different.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he got here and he saw that it wasn't just different but opposite.
Yeah, just complete 180 from what he's used to.
He was so enthralled, right? Like the level of like
everything from the smallest bit to the biggest bit, just he's just enraptured by the whole thing.
it was too much for him to handle.
Yeah, and he goes through the whole thing and he's just like, what is all this? And smacks into the sign, like we said. And then he sees Santa. It's not even, he sees his shadow, right?
Yes,
It's not
we
even
didn't
like a
fully
full thing.
see him, and then we cut away.
If you pay attention, the shadow kind of looks like it has claws because the fingers
Well, yeah,
are
no,
kinda
there's
long.
a reason that he thinks that.
Yeah.
It's not just because he misheard it. It's because he
saw
things.
It's like, oh, there's
yeah.
a big guy that goes ho ho ho.
Well, and like again, like when we were talking about how this is like this movie likes to take like certain things and like pseudo twist them. This is literally like when the Grinch happens on the Whoville the first time, right? Like when you see him just being like, what are these people doing? They're celebrating. It's literally like that, but happy. And again, like that's what's crazy. Like in the Grinch, it's a happy movie, but we see the guy literally see the happiness and be like, fuck this. This is a movie where it starts off with a guy that you would expect to see it and be mad, but sees it and is like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I've ever fucking seen.
So this movie literally always flips it.
Yeah.
It always flips what you think is supposed to happen. And again, it's good.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones I have to give. That's got to be the director. We got to give that one to Henry.
Yeah, it has to be.
That one is not a Burton. That's a Henry.
Yeah, it has to
Henry
be.
did that.
Henry Selick did that. Right now, canon, boom, stamped. It's his credit.
Yeah, I don't
Can't take it from
I don't even care. Yeah, for me, it's always going to
come fight me.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I'll do it. You don't have to.
At this point, we get to see the mayor has officially crossed the line of insanity.
He has like declared a state of emergency.
He's rang the alarm.
They're like, everyone go search for Jack, and they've looked everywhere.
So
has anyone dredged the lake this morning?
Again, what kills me about the scene is the fact that we set off the alarm.
It's the cat.
But my question to you though is like, is this a general alarm or is this the in case Jack doesn't show up alarm?
Oh, this is.
Were they ready for that?
This isn't the first time. Jack wanders off all the time.
But no,
right?
It's never happened. His neighbors already told us he never wanders off. He's always at home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We actually know that.
It's left over from the Blitz, right?
No,
like the Halloween Town was deeply involved in the OSS during World War II.
My theory to you is that the king of Halloween, the Pumpkin King of Halloween, is so important that regardless of the fact that it's never happened before, you have to be so prepared for the occasion of it that you have an alarm, even though it's never been used in 100 years.
They breed those cats special
just to do this
for
job,
this, right?
In case it ever needs to be done.
There's a whole government branch just dedicated to breeding these siren cats.
That's 100% what I think.
I accept this. This is canon now.
At this point, we see Sally hears the alarm. She has to figure out what it is. The other reason why I feel like it's maybe a Jack-specific alarm, because Sally immediately hears it and wants to leave the house.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she might know that it means Jack is missing.
This is our second poisoning, or fourth, actually.
Well, this is like our fifth I don't know.
She keeps... this is the frog's breath scene, right?
Yes, yeah, this is the one where she tries to cover it up. Yeah, she tries to cover it up.
Frog's breath? I thought you liked frog's breath.
Always gonna be a little bit leery about it though.
She's slick though. She's accidentally knocks the spoon in the floor.
The fucking ladle trick is beautiful.
Yeah, it's got the spoon with holes in it because he won't eat it until she tries it.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
The slotted ladle, I guess, is the correct name.
It's a nice shot too, just like from like a film perspective.
Because she grabs it out of her
sock, pulls it in, and the shot cuts to like an actual like soup with a spoon.
It's great,
and then immediately back to her tasting it. It's so seamless.
I love it. They did that one so
Burton
well.
Gets all the credit.
Now I want to say though, right here is one of the, like, did he have to guzzle the soup? Like he sees
as soon
she
as
takes one fake spoonful, and he
then fucking just
he downs it. No wonder this man gets knocked out, dude. Like, you gonna down it like that?
It's immediate too, dude.
He
He's
could have
like,
eaten it slowly and maybe only been knocked out for 10
oh
minutes.
yeah, if you ate it like a normal fucking soup.
If you eat it like that, no wonder it takes an hour before he wakes up.
She might have like even missed the town meeting that's about to come up here in a minute. She'd been sitting there waiting like, fuck, come on, finish the soup.
I'm glad that you say that this is the town meeting, because this is officially town meeting song. Sometimes these names are horrible. Did you know that that's the name of the song? Is that what it's called? That is literally the name. Think about it. This is one of the big songs. This is the one where he's telling everybody about Christmas.
Because
the name of this...
Jack came back. He like pillaged fucking Christmas Town, didn't he? Stole like a snowmobile and all this other fucking shit.
So yeah, think about that. The amazingness of all that, and the name of the song is just...
Town meeting song.
Yes. I'll go back.
I mean, he was busy. He did have to do 3 parts.
Well, and
Danny didn't have time to name.
This
all
was
the songs,
only his 15th
clever.
soundtrack. I mean, that's not really. Think about how big of his career is. That's pretty early. Maybe he just. I mean,
and you know, like he had to do the singing, and he had to write it, and he had to act. He had to be the little fat kid.
He had a lot on his plate. I get it.
So he's like, "Fuck it, town meeting song. There, just get it over with." The big finale of which is Sandy Claus.
I was going to say, this is one of the songs we don't even have to worry a whole lot about.
No, it's just the town folk don't get Christmas, so he just kind of is like...
He's just telling them what he saw.
They'll never get it, so I'm just going to give them what they want. So he tells them about Sandy Claus.
Well, he tells them about all the things he saw, and he tries his best, and he ends it with Santa, the red lobster of
He's
it all.
He's a big giant lobster man with giant claws.
Our dear Sandy Claus.
I love his laugh at the end, though. He's just like, and they call him Sandy Claus. Everybody, big standing O, right? The mayor is immediately on board. He's like, yes, I want this. Christmas is... We're going. Let's do this right now.
This is the part where we start to see the slip of Jack into insanity.
Yeah. This is like he goes and collects some like equipment from Dr. Finkelstein.
We see Fink lock up Sally.
Oh yeah, because
she's officially done.
Yeah, he throws her in like the tower dungeon.
He's finished with her attitude.
You've poisoned me for the last time.
But then right after she gets thrown away, Jack shows up to get his stuff.
Yeah, because he's going to do some experiments. Yeah. He's going to scientifically figure out what Christmas fucking is.
How Christmas is.
So he can explain it to everybody.
He's going to try to get it. He's going to try to figure out what, how, why, who Christmas is.
Yes.
He's going to try to figure out all of it.
The theorem of Christmas.
And so he, again... It's weird that we even see Sally listening to this. I guess just so that we know that she knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those things. This movie is great for children. The older you get, the more you might
feel like
be
there were 2 different scripts and they just kind of smashed them together.
Yeah. Well,
there's like a kid script and an adult script, and they went.
Because like I said, at this point though, like it's for an adult, you're kind of like, I don't really
give a shit.
Get that. Why do we need Sally to show up right now? We don't. It's because a kid would be like, well, we've gone too long without seeing Sally.
You gotta see Sally. Where's Sally's? Because I have the doll. I bought the merch. Where is she?
But so at this point, the real focus is that it's Jack, and he's doing his science, and he needs to science out the science of things.
Right.
What does it
mean? What does it mean?
I don't even care about all of that, dude. Like, this is so fun to me. Just for the visuals.
He's like dissecting the teddy bear and shit.
All of them, dude. We get the microscope into the berry,
the cranberry with the
the cutting the teddy bear, the crushing the ornament into a magical Christmas reaction.
Powder. But what does it mean?
I love every bit of watching him trying to science out Christmas.
Right. And he finally hits
fun.
He hits on the realization of he's like, I can make a Christmas tree. Fuck it. I'll do it my way. I'll make Christmas better. Right?
Willie.
I mean, in his mind,
Willie.
So now he's like, this is the success now.
Sally watches all of this from afar because for some reason her punishment room has a window
that just
opens. That can magically see into Jack's window. This is one of those things, like I was saying, when you're a kid, you're just like, okay. As an adult, you're like,
The
that's
fuck?
a little far-fetched.
I hate being an adult, don't you?
Sometimes.
You just overanalyze shit. Like,
You don't
I
even want
remember
to.
being a kid.
You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't
It
want
just
to.
happens.
You're just immediately like, how the fuck did she see all this? She's like on the other side of fucking town,
Well,
locked
again,
in a
not
dungeon.
only did she see it, but she saw it, and she still had a way to magically escape.
Yeah,
She's-
she mixes him up like a potion bottle in a basket with lunch, and like
uses the sewing machine
and
to
sends it down, and then
This
she just
was-
jumps.
so elaborate of a way to get out.
I thought she was. This freaked me out when I was a kid. This scene, I was just like, "What? She died? What the fuck?"
Well, dude, did you notice the musicians even watch her?
Yeah, they watch her fall
Like
when
she died.
when she splats.
They watch.
They're like,
oh,
"Ooh,
she's okay.
Shit, one of the coolest scenes in the movie, though.
It's cool that she's okay. I
love how she stitches herself together.
I still think she should have been in more pieces.
probably
Her torso has obvious like
stitches.
here
Yeah, I agree.
that didn't split.
Just
There's some
her
obvious
hands
places.
have like the wrists. They like everything should have popped off.
Small appendages I can believe maybe stayed onto the hand, right? Like if a finger was stitched on, maybe that stayed.
Mhm.
The bigger the cut, the more likely that split under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I just it looks so cool. Her just,
No,
like,
it's
stitching
cool. I love
herself
it.
back
It's dope.
together. And
But
jazz guys just
it does
watching her.
it does hurt my head, literally, because like I'm one of those phantom pain people. That
Yeah.
needle isn't like it. They want you to almost feel like it came from behind her ear. No, that shit was.
It was stuck in her head.
It was in her head, and when she's done, she just
shoves it
like right in
fucking,
her temple.
right fucking back.
It hurt my head.
That
It literally
way,
hurts my
it's
head.
always there, right? You never lose
She
it.
never needs to worry.
That's where I keep mine. I pop it right here, right in the eye.
Yeah, but at this point, she sends him up the
basket of stuff.
How does she send it up? He had a rope hanging.
Yeah, that's how everybody sends his groceries up to him.
Did you
It does. It just has like a pulley that's
you
just
understand?
there.
Like again, as a child, you're just like,
Didn't
oh,
question
okay.
it at all. But
As
as an
an
adult,
adult-
I'm like, what'd she do? Back grapple that thing?
Right? Because again, like he doesn't question it, which
No.
means it had to have been there. So
Yeah.
it's more like the first thing you said. It's more like he
This
just
is just how
has a
everybody
pulley
sends him
there.
stuff.
right? Because again, it was just normal. He just looks down and was like, "Oh." He
Oh,
sees her and
cool.
even just is kind of like, "Oh, hey."
Hey,
And then
he opens it.
Okay,
The little butterfly that pops out.
I want to point this out. Why is Sally the only person in all of Halloween Town that can make pretty things?
She's a tortured lost soul. The rest of them are pretty happy with their lives. Like
But
she's
do you
not.
get what I
though.
mean? Like
Yeah.
nobody else would have made a butterfly.
No.
Maybe other happy things. I'm not even saying not happy, but not
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah.
Butterfly pretty. It could have been a moth, but that was definitely a butterfly.
Yeah.
Weird choice.
Desperate desire to be happy.
I don't know. Weird
'Cause
choice.
she is like the most. She has the worst life of everybody. She's just kind of like this, like slave assistant to Dr. Fink half the time.
This is the part where, like we had said earlier, she feels like the stepsister, right?
Yeah.
This is the part where you start to feel she's Rapunzel. She's the twisted Disney Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Right? She lowered herself down from a tower.
She really did. I didn't lower, more jumped.
Well, she got down from a tower, Bo.
Swanton bomb, Jeff Hardy style.
Down is down, okay?
She did a flip.
Yeah, he sees that. He then tries to look back.
Yeah,
for
he goes
her.
back to like
She's
thank her
gone.
if she's already gone.
She's gone.
And then she bitches later about him not noticing her.
Well, she had to get home. She knew she had to get home, dude. She was literally already punished
Yeah, that's true.
and snuck out from punishment.
That's true.
Okay, like I mean, I think we can.
I did break out of Finkel
Yeah,
jail.
we can cut her a little bit of slack. This is the point, though, I do want to address because we've already seen him go to Fink's house. We know she is like a weird servant of Fink. Does he know that?
Because he
The
has to,
movie
because
almost-
later he acts like he knows who the fuck she is.
But doesn't the movie almost right now play like he doesn't? Doesn't it play
Little
like
bit, yeah.
like he didn't know she was at Fink's house when he went to Fink's house?
Yeah, it does. Does he not?
That's what I'm asking. I wasn't saying that as one of those like I think I know. I was saying that as like I genuinely have no idea.
because I don't think Jack ever sees her with Finkelstein throughout the entire movie. Like, there's no scenes with like the three of them together.
Nope, there are not. I
so
know that.
she could be like Fink's dark secret, right?
Rapunzel.
Like, yeah, like he's just trying to like keep
He's
her
hiding
hidden.
her in the tower.
Fuck you, Dr. Finkelstein. You dirty bastard. He gets fed up later and builds a new one anyway.
But yeah, at this point though, it's still very.
Yeah, it is. It's way darker than I thought, and I don't like it. It makes me.
Once she ran away though, we see as the viewer, she didn't run far.
No,
she's literally just on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, like just like a little like stone wall, and she just goes over there. And this is where she has her weird vision, right?
Has she always had this ability?
I don't know. There's no mention of it earlier. It's not like she said anything to Fink about something. I have a bad feeling.
She pulls flowers.
I think it's more Nightshade or something.
I don't know.
She pulls a weed and it turns into the Christmas tree.
Yeah, the main point is just that she has like the prophetic ability. Like by pulling petals off of whatever this is, it magically turns into a burning bush tree. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
Christmas
a burning
tree?
bush. This isn't
Wrong
the Bible.
book.
This is
wrong
different.
book.
I'm sorry. But yeah, a burning thing.
Yeah, burning Christmas tree. Because she knows that Jack's gonna. Does she even know that he's gonna do the Christmas thing? Was she at the town meeting? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah.
That's when she poisoned him again.
Yep.
Never mind.
She knows.
So yeah, so now she knows that she has a feeling that all of this Christmas shit's just gonna go burn up in flames.
And then she passes out. Outside.
She got tired.
Until the people
takes a lot out of you.
Until the town people wake her up. Again, proving the town the songs are in universe.
Yeah.
The song woke her up.
Yeah. Because now Jack's like got jobs for fucking everybody.
Well, no. The first song is just about how he's stuck in he's never leaves anymore.
Oh yeah.
You remember like
yeah,
she passed out outside and they're like he never leaves, he never comes
Jack.
out. He's always just in his house. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Something's up with Jack.
Yeah. That's the song we get first. It's like them just
locked
being
away inside. Hope he hasn't died.
Jack's obsession.
Yeah,
it's the tail end of the Jack's like the main part of that song is him and his obsession. Yeah. The tail end is when we hear the townsfolk be like, and he never leaves anymore. He doesn't come outside.
For weeks.
Yeah. It's good. After that though is when we see his again, we've seen his realization that he should do Christmas himself.
He could do it better.
I still don't understand that, but okay. This is now, like you were saying,
he's spent his whole life being told he's great. Nobody can do anything better than him. So he's like, of course I can do Christmas better.
So now is when he decides to call the whole town in.
Yep.
Because if he's going to do it better, he needs everybody.
Yeah, he needs help. Everybody's going to be on board. We're going to do this Christmas thing. I got jobs for literally everyone.
And he does.
He does. Like even feel like this is actually, I think, the first time you actually hear Finkelstein's name in the movie.
Yeah,
because he gets called up to do the reindeer.
He said, "Sir, we need some of these."
Yeah, right here. Got a drawing for you, and he's just like, I think I can arrange something.
This is a part where I said like it's like Christmas-ish celebrations, right? Like, it's him doing his best and then them doing their best to understand what his best was. Yeah. So it's like a game of telephone, right? Like he tried really hard, but then what they heard got twisted even more from what their experiences, right?
Yeah. This is what I know. So of course you're gonna get skeleton reindeer.
So later. Everything you see, just like every time he tells somebody this is what you need, like when he tells the band it needs to be a Christmas song, it needs to be like this. He plays the bells and then they play their version, but it's still haunting. Yes.
It's like a funeral dirge, jingle bells.
It's exactly what you would expect to happen.
It is like, hey, work on it. It'll be fine.
The last of what we see, though, is specifically the mayor telling him, Oogie Boogie's men are here.
Yeah, Boogie's boys are here.
You
sent for him, right? Ah, yes. I have a special mission for you.
Why? Why would you... again, this is the first time we hear about Oogie Boogie. We don't even know who the fuck he is,
Yeah,
what
like
he is,
before
what
this
he's
point,
about.
he was just a face in the moon, which he could
Or could not have
be.
been.
There's debate.
But this is the first time we hear the name for
Yep.
sure. Either way, they imply that he is a foil to Jack in some way, right?
Yeah.
Because Jack shouldn't want to talk to people associated with him. Why would Jack do that? Jack specifically says, "Don't tell your boss about this."
Yeah,
when
after
he's
he
finished
gives them their
telling
secret
the
mission.
plan.
Yeah, just don't tell that no good boogie.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
I don't know. Why didn't you get like the vampires or
Anybody
something
else.
to go? The werewolf guy. Werewolf guy would have been perfect. He's strong. He could
They're
have
the best
manhandled Santa.
trick-or-treater. Why does that mean they're the best person
They're
to capture Santa?
They're the least afraid of ringing a doorbell.
My best guess here is that it's because he knows Santa delivers to children, and as the best trick-or-treaters, they are the best children.
Yeah.
In
You
Halloween
definitely don't
Town.
want to send like sewn eyes shut dead Pugsley up there.
That's my best guess.
Yeah, that's as good a guess as any. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, but so at this point though, he has a secret mission for them to send them off
to go kidnap Santa. To kidnap the Sandy Claus.
The Sandy Claus, exactly.
Kidnap the Sandy Claus. Put him in a bag.
This is the best song ever.
Tie him up for 90 years, then see if he's sad.
This is another one of those, like, again, as you said, you love Jack's Lament. I love the songs that make me bounce.
Yeah, you
like almost in even before they start, like in anticipation for them to start. Tell me this isn't one like before it even starts. Like as soon as
they walk
screen,
out and they're going back to their
you're
little
ready
base.
for it. You're like, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. This is one of those songs.
This shit. I feel bad for the bug though. They're singing their little song about like how they're gonna capture Santa Claus, and the whole time they're capturing this poor little cricket, soaking him in like some marinade, and then they send him down to Oogie Boogie to get eaten.
Does he eat him?
Assimilates.
There
like the Borg, he just like absorbs him into his body.
As we find out later.
Yeah. I think that's actually the same bug that Santa smashes in the very end. Actually.
Oh, that's funny. That would be. I have to go back now.
I think it is. I think it's the exact same bug.
I usually make you hear something to go back for. You have officially gave me something I have to go back for now. I have to go back and check that one now for sure. I have to. This again, Kidnap the Sandy Claus, definitely going to be up there on those songs.
This is
super catchy. It's in your head,
and this is how Boogie figures out like what's going on too.
Yes. This is after the song finishes when Sally finally tells him of her vision.
And he won't listen to her.
He doesn't listen to a goddamn word of it.
Because he's concerned with the Santa suit because she can sew, right? She's like, no, it's going to be a disaster. He's
that's
like, no,
nice. That's nice. No, but
it's
I
fine.
need it to be
just
red.
follow the trim here. It's like red and white.
As long as you make sure.
I got a picture.
As long as you make sure the sleeves aren't too high up, we'll be okay.
Yeah. I want to kind of hide my bony hands, right?
We'll be all right. It's okay. Why are you
not
so
listening
upset?
to her?
Yeah, it was so.
All.
It's funny and tragic at the same time.
It is,
right? Like it's one of those like it's funny, but at the same time, like if you could put yourself in her shoes, you are literally like, God, dude, that's a blow and a half to someone's ego, right?
Just listen to me for a second. Sure, I'll make the suit, but listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
In the middle of all that, they get interrupted. Lock, Shock, and Barrel are back. They've got their man.
They got a big sack. It's the Easter Bunny.
It was not right.
I fucking
It
love
was
this
not right.
shit.
It was not the right person at all.
It comes bouncing out of the bag up to the dude with the hatchet in his head. Like,
Bunny. I love that guy.
Scares the shit out of it. Jumps back in the bag.
And then Jack, though. I love this. Jack's reaction. Back in the bag, and he's like, I'm so sorry, Mr. Bunny.
He does. He apologizes.
He's holding it shut. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bunny.
Take him home.
And you apologize again. And you bring back Santa. And be really kind to him.
Yeah, be really nice to him. Like, yeah, whatever.
This is the part where it's officially obvious to us as the viewer that Jack is the bad guy, but he doesn't realize
he does not realize he's the bad guy.
Because he is doing the worst things.
Oh, no. Like, from the second
stuff,
he got the idea to do this, he was the villain of this fucking movie.
But now is when it, like, hits the high point, right? Because, again, like, now is the part where, like, he is before he had a pseudo bad plan,
Yeah.
right? But now is when he's in the middle of it doing bad shit, and he still is saying stuff like, "Tell him we're sorry."
Yeah, just be nice.
Really nice to
I'm
him.
sorry, Mr. Bunny Rabbit.
Right,
You know, like make sure he gets home. Give him a pat on the bum and a snack.
He's so disconnected from how bad what he's doing
He is just chasing that perfect image of like what he wants. He's so focused.
He's chasing that Christmas dragon, but
yeah, man, gotta get that Christmas dragon.
That's what's happened here. He got a taste.
Magic Christmas ball.
He got a taste of it.
Yeah.
Now he can't get enough. That is officially what
I remember liking Christmas that much back in the day. I get it.
But yeah, so at this point though, he sends them off. They have to try to fix the problem that they have made.
Try again. Fucking the girl one, the witch is just like, see, told you that was the wrong door.
I do appreciate the next little scene we get, which is where we see Fink has officially started making his own.
Yeah, he's like going through like the roulette wheel of heads. Like, not that one.
We can't even tell that he's making a new him yet, right?
No, that's not till the end where it looks just like him.
Specifically, right now, we just think he's making a new version of Sally.
Yeah,
right?
I need a new assistant. This one's not working out.
And so he tells us, I gotta fix this.
Yep.
We gotta make sure the problem we had from her
doesn't happen again. So he's gonna pop half of his brain into it. Then we would have so many deep conversations, my dear. Yeah,
but it's not new Sally.
We
find out later is new him.
But
him, right now we think,
it's a valid concern. I mean, the poor guy is probably hungry and afraid to eat at this point.
Well, he wouldn't be hungry. He still had food. It just also poisoned.
This is why you hire a taster.
I'm just saying, like, the nutritional value of food is still there, whether there's poison in it. He's still finely fed. He's also happens to...
He's getting all his vitamins.
He just
on top of the poison.
He just also happens to take a nap every day after eating, okay?
It's good for you. You should nap every day.
This is, like you said, this is Making Christmas. This is when we get another beautiful song.
I love this. They're going through, they're making all the Christmas presents, and it's like the creepiest shit ever.
This is when,
and then it cuts over to the fucking like the Christmas town, and it's all nice and shit.
Well, this is like the part where you officially start seeing the back and forth. So you see like literally like what Christmas Town's version of things are, and what Halloween Town thinks it is.
My favorite dude's the guy who makes the hat. He's like, won't they be impressed? I am a genius. See how I transform this old rat into a most delightful hat.
And that's all you get.
That's all I get.
Well, remember, Bo.
No, I'm just kidding.
The other thing that
Jack comes in, he's like, "That's great, man, but like maybe try this. Well, a bat. It works better."
While we get
just
all
to prove that Jack doesn't really get it either.
One of my favorite things while we see all this is him talking about stockings and then showing us the snake.
The snake.
Because
it eats them. You can stuff it like a stocking.
To me, that is the one that proves the most that he doesn't understand what he saw.
Change the color slightly.
The color thing is the one that bothers me about this on a different level. Like the fact that we see
that fucks
this
with my OCD. I don't like that.
No, the fact that we see this bothers me about Jack because it means Jack didn't understand Christmas, right? Yeah. The fact that the color scheme is that way fucks with me about fucking Burton or Selleck or whoever's decision it was to make a sandworm, but the wrong colors.
Just to piss you off?
So like I said,
it had to have been one of those things where they just didn't catch it, right?
Yeah, one of these problems was in universe, one of these problems was out of universe.
Yeah, it had to have been. It was one of those things where like nobody noticed until they were done.
No, they did it on purpose.
Did they?
I had to. They were hiding these snakes. Like I said, like think about it. Every time you see a sandworm,
yeah, I guess
it was made to be slightly different, right? Like people's faces look like sandworms.
It's true. They have like a whole like sandworm monster guy.
Like you said, the guy's fingers, but they still aren't exact. And then we see the one Oogie Boogie has one that's like jumping through like the little toy thing, right? So many sandworms. They're trying to hide all of them. This one 100% was meant to be color swapped. They didn't want you to automatically be sandworm.
I guess.
But if you know the shape.
It's not a sandworm, it's a stocking worm. They're
if you know the shape and you know the design, then you know it's a fucking sandworm.
And every goth chick I ever went to high school with would tell you the difference.
Whatever.
They love all of the Tim Burton movies.
Well, I mean, I know the difference, but I mean, you can't tell me that they didn't make this from the design of a sandbar. That's what I'm saying. They could have tried harder to make it differenter, is what I'm saying.
It didn't have to be a snake. I mean, it could have been like a foot.
It could have been
anything. Like you're stuffing like a skin foot.
They earlier heard what a stocking was. An ass doesn't have a foot in it still. They could have just done that. They could have had a skeletal bone
in a sock.
They did this.
That would have fucking scared the shit out of me.
Like I said, it bothers me both in and out of universe.
It's just an excuse to do more fucking like, hey, remember Beetlejuice?
It was more of an excuse to be like, hey, in case you didn't think this was Tim Burton, this is Tim Burton.
Remember how much you like Tim Burton.
All right, we need to move past it. I'll be stuck here all day. I can't help it. It just bothers me. Now is when we finally.
Him.
I do too. But now we need to move on.
That was the subliminal messaging part.
This is officially though when we see that Lock, Shock, and Barrel make it to the right place.
Santa's sitting there checking the naughty nice list, and they ring on the doorbell. Trick or treat, baby.
Mrs. Claus, we hear her in the distance yelling to Santa,
Get the door. But she's busy. She's baking cookies. She's got a shit ton of cookies to make for them elves.
Why does she got to make cookies?
That's the bonus for the elves.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that man gets fed my cookies.
It's not like the elves get paid cash. They get a yearly bonus of gingerbread. I was just making sure
you weren't trying to say that she was making them for him. Because again,
no,
that man eats
that
my
motherfucker,
cookies.
He's on a fast until Christmas Eve. The 2 weeks before Christmas, nothing. Because he's got shit ton of cookies to eat.
Well, that's just it. As far as we know,
he's just water and coffee.
That's just it, though. As far as we know, couldn't this be Christmas Eve? We don't know how close to Christmas. Last time,
doesn't it show the clock right before this?
No, it shows the clock at the beginning of the song.
Oh shit!
If it showed the clock at the end of the song, I would agree with you
that it would be Christmas Eve right now.
No. If it showed us at the end of the song, then we agree it's 36 days until Christmas because that's what the clock shows. The ticker thing.
Or the Halloween clock. They just put the sign with Xmas in front of it.
But they show us that at the beginning of the song before all of the montages. So I totally believe the last one we see could have been Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
maybe. Well, and doesn't Santa says that when they get back?
Yeah, he does.
When they get back with him, he says. It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
what
are you doing? Like, why? I have shit to do, man.
So 100%, I was right. They kidnapped him on Christmas Eve.
Super bad fucking timing, assholes. This is my busiest time of the year. I was literally about to go load the sleigh.
This is also the point, since we skipped over earlier in the countdown, where I need to mention that all holidays are taking place on the same day. They didn't.
Yes.
They didn't change what that clock said. That countdown.
No, they didn't. They just put a sign in front of it, so it would still.
They just slapped something on top of it. They didn't change.
Halloween
the timer.
Is now Christmas.
Yeah, they didn't change anything other than
same countdown. Just now it's Christmas.
So same day.
So in this weird multiverse universe, every holiday happens at the same time. Just the season changes depending on your location.
Maybe. Right now, we don't know that for sure. Right now,
because like Halloween Town's more like a fall.
Well, so
then you have snow in Christmas Town.
Well, when we first see the clock, we could have believed it went a couple of ways. Because when we first see the clock, they were making Halloween Town Christmassy.
Yeah.
So maybe they were just trying to make Halloween Christmas, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
So the timer still would have worked the way they did.
Yeah, it would have been the same. Like now Halloween is Christmas.
But then we see that their timer does coincide with Christmas for them to have shown up on Christmas Eve in Christmas Town.
Yeah, it'd have to be. They'd all have to be happening at the same time.
What?
So it's like a pocket universe where all time happens simultaneously and forever. They're all experiencing the same day for the rest of universal time.
Well, no.
It never changes.
No, because 365. They told us. Remember? There's 364 days until Christmas. I mean, it's Halloween.
Way to pop my fucking, quantum physics bubble.
I'm not trying to pop it. I'm trying to help us
literally
both.
Popped. My brain went pop.
I'm trying to help us both get to the actual answer. There's a difference. If I say something that's wrong, You shoot it down. It's fair.
If you could have seen, like, literally in my brain's eye, I had this weird, like, whoosh, brightly colored fucking bubble going, and then it went when I said that. Like, oh, pop my bubble, and I was like, oh, well, that would be really cool. See, this is the kind of shit that makes me wish I knew how to do computers. Animate that shit. It'd look dope.
Just
cut it in right there, right
you
when
just
I
gotta
said
be
it.
here when I'm doing stuff. That's the main difference.
I feel
Then
like
we can
I
work
feel
on
like
it
we
together.
need much better computers to pull off what my brain created.
But again, at this point, though, like I said, the main thing we realize is that these are the same day. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey shit
Yeah.
is somehow going on.
Multiverse bullshit.
Lock, shock, and barrel bring back Sandy
The right Santa this time.
on Christmas Eve. He is not going to be there to do his one
Dude,
and only
Jack
job.
is awesome. He's just
He is
there.
mad.
He's just sitting there. He's like, "Oh man, I got this year. You take the time off. It's
It
real
is-
nice to meet you."
So we can at least give credit to Jack, right? Jack did not hear Santa's objections.
Yeah, he just kind of ignored him.
Lock, shock. Well, not even that. Like literally, like he was so fast talking during that moment. Santa
He's
didn't
too
get
busy
to, yes,
fanboying.
Santa didn't get to say anything. Santa didn't start saying, "It's Christmas Eve. We can't do that," until it was just him, lock, shock, and barrel.
Yeah, on the way out.
So literally, Jack never heard the objections. Jack didn't know this was a problem.
He's just like, "Oh wait, you don't have claws. I like your hat. That's the thing I need."
It just happened so quick. Again, at this point, it's important to point out he has his outfit.
Yeah, Sally's still trying to tell him this is a bad idea while she's doing the finishing touches on the fucking suit.
This outfit is blood red.
Yeah,
Like
it's not quite the right shade of red.
Well, like Santa is like what, like high crimson.
Yeah,
Right. Like it's like crimson, but up a notch.
Yeah,
I
think it's literally called Christmas red. I literally think that's the color.
But this is definitely blood red. It's like
Yes.
it's that deep red.
Yeah, Halloween red,
The beautiful part about this
corn syrup red.
is somehow when he grabbed Santa's hat, it matched
Magic?
his outfit.
Yeah,
Did you notice that?
it like
too?
shifted color. He took it off of Santa and
it was
turned
one, and he
it
put it
turned
on
into
his,
the blood
and it was
red
like
all of a
it fit
sudden.
the outfit, and I was like, "That's not right."
You're corrupting the magic.
I would like to say that's what it is. I just think people.
I
weren't
think
paying
it is
attention.
because later when
I
he
just
gets
think
it back, he can suddenly like do his chimney magic.
I know,
and
but I
shit.
just think people weren't paying attention.
Probably
You know what I mean?
that's real world answer, but magic answers
Yeah,
are
I
more
know.
fun.
I'm just saying, like, real world is just that, like, the guy who was making the outfits for the little figures, the claymation figures, didn't
Wasn't
think about
paying
the fact that the
attention.
hat shouldn't match the rest of Jack's outfit, right? Like that's
Yeah,
what
probably shouldn't. He wasn't paid enough. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and he wanted to go home. His wife was bitching at him.
Hey,
why aren't you here for Christmas?
this is all like we've already alluded to. Once this is finished, the kids take like
Immediately.
Jack was done with Santa immediately.
Yeah, as soon as
got
he got
his-
the hat, he
he
was
got
like,
his-
"Sweet,
He
fuck,
got well.
get him out of here."
Like he kept saying, "I'm missing something."
There's something missing.
He got his something missing. The Sandy,
the Sandy Claus hat.
not Santa.
Yeah,
Sandy hat.
The Sandy hat.
He got his Sandy hat, and then he was just like,
just
okay,
dust that shit off, man. Just give it a little shake.
take
get
him
the sand
somewhere
off.
safe. Take him somewhere.
Oh yeah, he does. He does tell him to take him somewhere safe.
somewhere he can.
I mean, like,
somewhere he can relax.
Where's the like?
Where's the place where someone's the safest
Yeah.
and relax the most in all of Halloween Town?
I mean, I'd rather hang out at a casino, shoot some craps.
Well, that's Oogie Boogie's house.
little blackjack.
That's Oogie Boogie's house.
Yeah,
Roulette.
yeah.
It's literally a
little
roulette
Russian
table.
roulette.
Well, no, it's just an actual roulette table.
I was
The-
thinking about the what is that called? Slots, the slot machines with the guns that come out and try and shoot him.
Yeah, but that is also part of the giant roulette table.
True.
Yeah, like like that.
I
That
love
is
this
meant to be slots, but those
I love
slots
this
were part
entire
of the
fucking
roulette
set.
table. Yeah, we're not even there yet.
Yeah.
We're jumping the gun a little bit. But yeah, again though, he makes it to Oogie Boogie's because the first time we see
Shit
Oogie
kicked
Boogie's,
him down
it's
that
not
fucking
the
tube.
it's not the full roulette. It's just them
Yeah.
getting there. They're
This is
torturing him.
Yeah, this is our like proper introduction to Oogie too, right? This is the first time we actually
It's the first time we
seen.
see him. It's the other than name. It's
Yeah.
them not just saying his name in passing really fast.
He's a burlap sack man.
Yeah. Well, and this is going to be one of those controversial opinions. Everybody else is going to hate me for this. I prefer the actual burlap Oogie Boogie, not this first one that we see.
Oh, the like
blacklight
blacklit,
reactive. Yeah, I don't like
glowing.
that. Yeah, I don't like
one?
that. I hate
Don't like that one? I love
hate
that one.
I know.
Oh.
I told you. Controversial opinion.
Internet, get him. I'll wait. Get him.
I know it's a controversial opinion.
It is. I've never heard anybody say that.
I don't like it, dude. Like he's burlap.
Is it,
like
is it too
point?
like fake plasticky looking?
No,
you?
it's not. It's not that. It's just that literally he's burlap.
Hey, yeah, burlap shouldn't glow, should it?
That's my point. Like again, like give me a material I think could be blacklight reactive.
Yeah,
I'm fine with this
that's
color.
Fair.
If you want to tell me this guy is made of burlap, at what time does he make this weird, obviously highlighter in blacklight color?
Burlap doesn't typically do that, does it? I never even thought of that.
So again, it's only because I'm weird OCD about realism type shit. But I'm just like,
my immersion is broken.
Everything else in the blacklight scene, I can believe could be blacklight color.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
especially like the skulls and shit.
All that I'm fine with. But the burlap sack that should be Oogie Boogie, I have a problem.
Maybe
with.
like the stitches, right?
Maybe,
like maybe you can get away with that.
Maybe
like
there's
that,
some kind of nylon
glow out of that
colors.
Yeah,
but the burlap itself.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody have this opinion. The internet's gonna hate you.
I know they will.
Go easy on him. It's fine, and everybody's allowed to have weird opinions, I guess.
I don't like it.
It's fine. Like You're allowed to not like it, man. It's totally fine.
I don't know why.
Just
it bothers
for real. Everybody else is like, I love the when it's glowing.
I know they do.
Shit.
I love the blacklight scene. I don't like the blacklight boogie. It is what it is.
It's fine.
This is also when we get to see Oogie's song.
Yeah, this is Oogie's song. Because Santa's just like, you know, release me or there'll be dire consequences. He's like, you're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my ears.
So again, like we said before we
He's
started
super into
recording,
gambling, right?
Well, yes, it's 100. Like all of Oogie is about gambling, and I don't understand that. Like we said before we started recording, dude. Like I don't understand who Oogie is, what Oogie is, why Oogie exists. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
my sister Tiff, she explained in the game, the video game, the PlayStation 2 video game, it explains why
what
Jack.
game?
There's a video game. Did you not know that? Oh yeah, there's a Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, I mean, I believe that there's a video game, but like
it supposedly explains why.
If it's
Jack
on PlayStation 2, it's way after. Continuity.
I'm just saying. Tiff told me that game is supposedly explains why him and Jack hate each other.
Okay.
So if you want to find out, go play the PlayStation 2 game.
I just want to know. It's not even why they hate each other. I just don't understand, like, period, Oogie Boogie. I don't understand him at all.
I don't understand the why of him.
Well, Jack is the Pumpkin King of Halloween, so he is the person who's in charge of all Halloween. We agree?
Yeah.
So who is this guy that Jack should pseudo be worried about?
He's the Joker to his Batman? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
now,
like,
yeah.
No, I regret saying that even. That's
I don't
giving him too much credit. I don't know.
Like I said,
they needed Jack to do something at the end of the movie heroic because he's been such a bad guy up to that point.
That's really what it comes down to. So let's just
wait, he's kind of an asshole.
So yeah, let's keep going with this. Like we said, Santa's here. Now is when officially the movie tries to be like Oogie's the bad guy.
Yeah.
I will point out now is when the movie says Oogie's the bad guy, but it does not quite yet say Jack is not a bad guy yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Just we need
It's
to
a little
make
bit
sure.
longer.
Yeah.
Just wait. We gotta go do our Rudolph fucking shit here in a second.
That's what I was gonna say. So now we've got Jack. He's fully Santa'd up.
I like
Santa's
his
no
sleigh.
longer in the way.
I like his sleigh, dude. The
He's-
coffin and
He's
shit.
in the sleigh.
Pulls the Undertaker sit up. Bam.
Now this is the next question I have for you. Did Sally try to sabotage him taking off, or was that a request of Jack's of Sally?
I feel like she was trying to sabotage him.
I understand that, but we also saw Jack read the Rudolph book earlier, specifically on scene, camera frame,
That's right.
perfectly centered.
So he should already have been. He shouldn't have reacted the way he did.
So one of two things. The scene is to be one of two things. It's either the payoff to a foreshadowing moment for no goddamn reason of him reading the book, or two, it's supposed to be that we know he told Sally, do this so I can have my Rudolph moment.
It plays in the movie like she's trying to.
I agree.
She doesn't.
But
know
at the
she's
same
working
time,
for
does it
him.
not feel stupid to do that after we seen him read the
It
book
does.
about
It should have been a different
Rudolph?
book if we were going to do this, and it have to have the like. Oh,
Now you understand why I had to
reaction.
stop and ask
yeah,
you.
no, that's right.
That's a really big one. That's a really weird one, right? Like,
It really is.
I don't understand what was supposed to be going on.
I don't either.
Because, like you said, she plays it off like she was sabotaging him.
Yeah,
Tell me he doesn't play it off
like
it was
no.
intended. Like, oh no, what do I do?
Whatever shall I do?
Oh wait,
wait.
your nose shines.
You will lead my slave. Does the line from the book even?
So,
It's a work. It's all a work. He's full of shit.
and that means
Fuck Jack.
That means Sally's in on it the whole
It
time.
is. Well, she does love him and all that. She's willing to do shit like that.
But so
we just they deleted that scene.
this is officially
we don't get it.
So this is officially, like we said already, it was Christmas Eve. Jack is now going out. He's going to be the one
he's gonna be
delivering for
Santa.
Christmas. This is where the movie makes the turn I don't fucking understand. Okay?
Because it's suddenly like the real world, but Christmas Town. So it's
Okay.
Christmas Town.
No,
and
there's
real
a
world
lot
are
of there,
connected?
so there's a lot of reasons. One, what you said.
Yeah,
Are we supposed to be? Is this behind?
Is this
is
us?
this
real world,
Christmas Town?
and the elves just kind of like exist in it.
Because that's what they make it seem like.
It really does.
On top of that, why, if we went through this whole movie of seeing Jack make Halloween Town have Christmas, do we see him take his Christmas to Christmas Town?
Yeah, why doesn't Halloween Town? Get
Shouldn't
it?
he be taking his Christmas?
Surely there's more kids than just the trick or treaters and
He should be
dead
delivering
Pugsley.
Christmas to Halloween Town right now.
Yeah, I'm sure the vampires have kids.
Well, every other part of the movie was, let's make Halloween Town Christmas
Town. I want to bring that shit here.
So why at the last step is it, I just want to deliver presents
I want to be
Christmas,
Santa.
right? The last step.
The king has lost sight of the fucking goal at the very
last
end.
step, he misses it by a mile.
Right? You think the rest of the town was like sitting there when he took off, being like, "Yeah, he's gonna bring us those presents we made."
Well, exactly. Like,
where the fuck is he going?
well, again, like I was saying, like
he's gonna
at
come
the
back,
beginning,
right?
up until right then, up until we see him go to Christmas Town in his sleigh.
Yeah,
right?
it seems like it's all gonna be like
It
local.
all makes sense that Halloween Town's like, yeah, and why they'd be behind him. As soon
Also
as
explains the quality of the gifts because they're thinking like, oh, cool, we're gonna keep it in town. Like, oh, dude down the street would love a
but as
evil duck.
exactly, but so as soon as he bolts out of town,
There's the rest of the town people's like, where the fuck is he going?
it all falls apart. They get nothing out of the equation. Why were
But they
we helping him for the last year?
But they're still like watching through the magic
I know.
cauldron. Like, yeah, go Jack, deliver those presents.
I feel like everybody got confused about
I
what we
think they
should be
really did.
expecting. I don't know.
I don't know. But he does. He goes and delivers all these awful presents to the regular fucking children in Christmas Town world or whatever. I I don't know. One kid who got the shrunken head, I would have been okay with. I would have thought that was cool.
I appreciated everybody in this situation where we saw all of those people opening up the fucked up Christmas presents. I loved it. And then I especially love where we see what happens, right? Like once Christmas Town realizes
what's going on,
Santa's gone and some other fucking person
is an
imposter. This goes balls
Dude,
out.
they fucking don't fuck around, do they?
Full anti-aircraft.
They fucking call the elf military out, dude. They're fucking just like launching all this fucking flak cannon at him.
Sally's watching through the portal like everybody else.
Everyone else is still cheering because they think they're like celebrating him for some reason.
It's his fault.
They're sending up fireworks.
They love me.
I'm doing such a great job. One shoots like right past it. That was a little close, guys.
If the only observations they have of Christmas Town before this was through Jack, when Jack says that, they have no reason,
I guess,
to assume anything but Jack's truth.
Again, Sally just being like the smartest one in town. She's like, "Fuck, I gotta go get Santa and like fix this." Like where the fuck did they take him? Off to Boogie's.
Again, how did she know that's where she needed to go?
I don't know, but Boogie...
But she went straight there.
Boogie is a horny bastard.
No, this was so funny.
Immediately.
She puts her leg, just her leg. Just one.
Yeah.
Just one leg.
Nice payoff because cause earlier when they established she can just do shit like that.
She puts that leg down there.
Boogie
is all about it.
He immediately pops that shoe off, man. Boogie likes him some feet.
I am not going to lie to you. I am shocked that Disney wants to claim this.
Right.
Because foot fetishes?
Foot fetishes? Immediately. He's like 2 seconds from popping it in his mouth.
Foot fetishes are intense.
Yeah.
And Disney to be
gross.
like, I'll take that.
I hate feet.
But so he then realizes it's just a leg.
Yeah. Because he pulls on it and it just comes out from the wall.
Just in time for us to see Sally talking to Santa.
Yeah, with
hands climbing down the rope. So everybody is in different places. But because Boogie figured it out, he starts tickling the leg. This is the part that goes back to like Disney style cartoon, right? Like we went adult for a second, but the fact that he starts tickling the feet and makes the hands
still feel it even though it's not attached.
It's so back to Disney cartoon, right? Like we left it for a second, and immediately came back. I love it.
It's like we hinted at dirty. Now we're gonna just
we're back. Now sorry guys, oopsies.
We can't do that.
Look, it was good though.
It was because in fact for like 2 seconds he's the horniest bastard in the movie, just like ooh some feet. So he's captured both of them now.
Everything is going downhill. Not only has he captured both of them.
Poor Jack.
Jack is now being taken down.
He took a direct hit straight through the fucking sleigh. Boom.
God damn the mayor. Jumping the gun a little
bit.
Look, we see the footage they see.
Yeah.
Right? We see the same thing they see. That sleigh was still intact. That sleigh was coming down from the sky. He immediately reports to all of Halloween Town, Jack blew up in smithereens.
He's been blown to smithereens.
I don't know about you, but that's not what I saw on that screen.
No, and on top of that, like, he's a skeleton. Isn't he already dead?
Look, if the sleigh is intact, I'm going to assume the skeleton is intact.
He's just taken a huge fucking fall.
He took a big bump.
Yeah, big
Humpty Dumpty
bump.
style.
Humpty Dumpty style.
Look, just because the Kingsmen couldn't put him back together doesn't mean that these guys couldn't.
He was captured by an angel. Just flop.
Right?
Straight onto it.
Now, though,
It's
Jack...
a great shot. I love this where he's just straight
It's such a redemption moment because of the angel in the cemetery.
What
He's looking around.
I done?
He's looking around at all of the broken... Nasty
toys.
He finally has that moment of realization of, like I said earlier,
I may have missed a point.
I may have perverted this beyond what I wanted.
Maybe
I've
I'm
been
not
chasing
good at this.
that feeling. I've been chasing that Christmas dragon so hard. I didn't realize this isn't it.
immediately, I love it. He's just like, but what the heck? I went and did my best.
No, it's so funny because
It's like, well, I tried.
There's never
I messed it up totally, but I tried.
well, like in a real movie, there would be like an actual like he needs to have a realization moment, right?
Yep.
There's none. Real realization moment. He literally just goes from like downtrodden to oh yeah, I am the great pumpkin king.
he's like, oh man, I fucked it up. To like, well, man, I guess I tried. To like, man, fuck you, I'm the pumpkin king.
So fast. And again,
and then he's like, oh shit, Santa.
This is that part. Well, this is that part we have to stop and address this. Like I've already said, this movie is short. Runtime is short.
Yeah.
Burton even himself said maybe it was a Christmas special. It was, guys.
Yeah.
This never should have went this long.
They just added 10 minutes.
They
added a song.
We could have cut a little bit here and there and been fine with an hour full runtime, right?
Yeah. Would have been totally fine.
Because literally what happens right now, we're at the end. We're at what should be like real like realization and like
seriously like 10 minutes left in the movie here.
And we should be closing out some real like heavy things,
yeah.
Right? Like third act type stuff is going on right now. No, motherfucker shows back up. He's like, I need to take care of this. He knows instantly that Santa's at Oogie Boogie's. This goes back to
has a magic portal through the cemetery.
This goes back to my point earlier. There is at least a small possibility that he
planned this.
He picked Oogie
That's
Boogie's
why
kids
he knows
because
where
he
he's at.
knew that they would take him to Oogie Boogie, even though he said don't.
He's playing 3D chess, right?
Or there's just the possibility they didn't know what to do with the end.
That's probably more likely.
Way more likely.
Yeah, we'll make Jack super smart. It's
this
fine.
Plays out like the last level of a video game.
It really does.
Right? Like you spend 30 hours playing all of the video game to the last boss, right?
And
but then the last boss,
it's a quick time event.
The last boss takes 30 seconds, right? Like that's exactly what we see.
Triangle, square.
Again, I love this movie. The songs are fun. It's great.
But
we can't pretend like that's not how it ends.
We're running out of time. Let's go.
It ends literally. Like we've made this joke at a lot of movies where they get to the end and they're like, "We forgot we need to end," and try to do it too fast.
No, this one seriously does.
This is insane. In less than 5 minutes, they go from cemetery of another universe, right?
And he just has a magic portal. He just he like desecrates another tomb and then like into Boogie's lair.
And once he gets there, he's just like, I gotta take care of this. We see the giant roulette table
comes
we go
back.
black and we go back to Blacklight Special for a little bit, and literally he just jumps on top of every obstacle.
Yep.
He jumps on top of the guns. He jumps on top of like he.
I like the guns. He's like doing a little dance.
It's cool. I'm not gonna downplay it. It's cool.
And Boogie's like, "Oh, fuck that!" So he hits the button, and the big saw comes down, cuts him off.
We still have to address the fact that he does.
He just kind of dances around.
None of the obstacles are obstacles. He just jumps on top of them.
He just kind of he does. He's the smoothest motherfucker. And Boogie the whole time is just like doing these like wicked dives, trying to hit buttons.
Look, I'm just saying. Have you ever played the second part of Mario 1, the first level? You know, when you go to the sewer, you can literally play it where you go just across the top.
Oh yeah, where you jump up into the ceiling and just run across.
Jack is playing Mario just across the top right now. He's not interacting with the level. He's just done.
Just cheating.
He's above it.
He's just waiting. He's just waiting for his shot, right?
Tell me that's not true.
Tell
me it's not. Like he's just.
There was at no point in this entire fight where he was in any real danger.
There was never a challenge
because he'd already saved Santa and Sally. Because it's like the very beginning. He's like, "Oop,
you guys go
out of the way.
Him, like, leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here."
He's done. He does all this and then literally jumps. You think he didn't save the day, but then you see it. He grabbed the tiniest string. That's all it takes. That's how cheesy of a bad guy this bad guy was. One solitary, tiny stray string.
Unraveled all of his shit.
Bugs.
My bugs! My bugs! Like, you know, legit, they're all falling into that, like, acid bath at the end of it. They ripped off the end of Terminator 2.
Yes.
For this.
100%.
And I swear to God, it's the same bug from earlier. Starts to try to run off, and Santa's like, no, fuck you. Smash!
At this point, though, everything is basically done. Santa finally addresses Jack.
Jack tries to apologize. And Santa's
you.
like, go
Santa
fuck
is done
yourself.
with it.
He's justified as fuck here, too.
Oh, no, he is.
He
100%.
is super justified.
You have
He's
a
just
problem with holidays ever again? Why don't you start with your own before coming
Right.
in one of ours? I want to...
And tells him, like, next time you have an idea, maybe listen to this Sally chick over here.
But even before the Sally thing, think about that. Jack did not know, as the Pumpkin King of Halloween, so all of Halloween Town, he didn't know these other ones existed. Santa just admitted that he has always known all of the other holidays exist.
I didn't catch that.
And not only that, he implies that the other holidays know.
So why is everybody so damn
Jack
dumb
the
in
only
Halloween
one
Town,
that
right?
doesn't know they exist?
They're so
Yeah,
concerned
think about it though.
with
Like
their
Santa's
own
words
world.
imply,
Yeah, it does.
all of that he knew all of it, and you should have known better.
Yeah.
But Jack, we know. We watched him find it for
I've
the first
never
time.
been here before.
Why? Why is the Pumpkin King of Halloween not privy to that, but Santa is?
I mean, he does seem like a really one-track mind kind of guy. Like,
I'll give you that.
he gets something in his head, that is all he focuses on.
I will definitely give you that. I'll give you
So, maybe for the past 3 centuries or so, he's just been Halloween.
That, though, is officially not quite the end of the movie. It's
pretty much the end.
I mean, Jack...
Sally and Jack figure out, like, oh, we do like each other. The town
they have their little moment on the rolly hill.
Yeah.
Get it? It's a rolling hill.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure that out? A
rolling hill.
Ha 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 ha.
Funny. And the town gets like snow because Santa comes in and is like, here you go, Merry Christmas.
Further proof that they're all on the same day. Like
because he says Happy Halloween and Jack's
they
like,
wish him Merry Christmas at the exact same time.
I love this.
Snow is now in Halloween.
I love this part because it's like the townsfolk's version of what's this? Because they're like,
yes.
What's this?
They are like, oh, what is all? They finally get to see the real version.
Yeah,
not Jack's telling.
Yeah, like description. They're like, oh, I kind of get it now.
It's so nice. It's good. It finally pulls you all the way back.
It only took them an hour and 20 minutes or so.
And so all the lands are connected now, as far as I can tell.
Then we can have peace throughout the universe.
All right, guys. We had a lot of fun.
I love this movie.
It's a good movie. I mean, how can you not?
How can you not?
I love Tim Burton.
I love stop motion.
Stop motion stuff is a lot of fun.
Don't do enough fucking stop motion.
Well, and again,
anymore.
This movie was like the bring back after a lot
this
of
was
like nobody had done it
back.
for a long time. This one did it, and then we had a couple of others do it after this. But yeah, this one brought it back into
Corpse
like
Bride was pretty good. I liked
this
it.
one brought it back into like popularity for sure.
We need to do more of it.
MadTree,
nice.
I like this beer.
Holidays.
They're okay
for the patrons who can see.
Empty. And I don't mean to offend anybody. I know when we did the candy cane, apparently they really did want to push the mint harder than we tasted it. I've seen on some of their social media.
I just thought it tasted cold.
I thought it was good. I thought it was perfect.
I really liked it.
I don't want to insult MadTree. If they wanted this to be extra sprucey, I don't think it is.
I don't even know what that flavor would be. I couldn't tell.
I couldn't smell tree.
It's not like
I think this is great.
I didn't get any like pine notes or anything if that's what they were after. It's really good though.
Yeah.
So Jed, go try it. MadTree Holidays Spruce Tip IPA.
All right, real quick before we end, everybody, you know how this works. Sometimes we have to have a little bit of stuff coming from our youngest fan, littlest fan, however you guys want to word that. But we had Jack. He's the one that requested, since he found out we were doing scary, spooky horror movies for Christmas this year, that he still wanted to be able to do something.
Yep.
So we had to do this one. We had to do A Nightmare Before Christmas. So Jack, talk to us. What do you like about this movie?
The song, it says, The Pumpkin King.
This is Halloween?
Yeah.
With Jack?
Yeah.
Do you like Jack because it's Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And at the end, they said Jack.
Right?
They said Jack in the end.
They say Jack in the end?
Yeah.
Because Jack saved the day?
Yeah.
That's right. So you like this movie?
Yes.
A good one?
Yeah.
Is it so? I will ask you, what do you think? Is this a Halloween or a Christmas movie?
A Christmas one.
You think it's a Christmas movie?
Yeah, we leaned more
like Christmas and Halloween.
It's a little bit of both, but a little bit more Christmas, you think?
Yeah.
Me too.
Like-
That's what we said.
Like half of the movie's Christmas.
Exactly. That's what we said.
what
We
we
said
said,
way
yeah.
more of it's Christmas than Halloween, for sure.
Yes.
All right.
Start this the song is like 20 minutes in,
Yeah, that's right. It is.
and then it turns to
Then it's all Christmas after that, right?
Yes.
That's right. I think that's good. I think we got everything from you, bud. You want to tell everybody anything?
Subscribe and hit the like button.
Thank you, buddy. All right. So on that note, oh wait, before we're
Oh,
done,
more beer.
what are we doing next time?
Next time we are doing Fathead Brewery's Holly Jolly Christmas Ale because we're going to be watching It's a Wonderful Knife.
That's right.
I'm excited.
perfect.
I've not seen this one.
Me either.
This
All
is,
right.
This is one of those rare ones where we've both never seen it.
All right, man.
Merry Christmas.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because it's like 2 days from now. Merry Christmas.